I think his dad had like 7 wives or something crazy. So you see,
Mashallah, this guy.
These guys are always clowning the Sudanese community, but
What,
today,
as Nigerians?
you guys,
no, Nigerians do more.
Ah.
Even the Nigerian Christians be like 4 or 5 wives. I'm like, why?
Yesterday, one of the guys at church comes to me. He's like, "Yeah, so I've got 5 siblings. Well, it's actually like 14, but 5 from my mom."
Nah, you see what it is, yeah?
Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Disruption Podcast.
Yes, sir.
240.
Pow.
We're here.
Put on their head top, man.
Hey, these morning sessions
Are you
are my
feeling?
favorite.
Nice,
Why?
It's just nice.
it
It's
is.
nice. You wake up, first thing you do, you're
It's
fresh,
part,
you
yeah.
see your homies.
That is kind of
It's
late.
very
It's
sick.
kinda
It's a
late.
good time. Hey, like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
Share this around. It's gonna be a good episode.
Put
It's
your
Noor the
post-
Baghdadi.
That's so
Nah,
crazy.
alright, no, go for
Okay.
it. What do you
Let
want?
Let me chat to the
What do you want?
I said, put the post notifications on or something as well,
That's
man.
what
You
you
know what I mean? Like, we want you all to be fiending for it. When it hits 7 a.m. on a Wednesday, you listen to the episode. And then just because you liked it so much, at 5 p.m. on the Wednesday, you go watch it
You
on
go watch the
YouTube.
video.
Right? It's only right. Yeah, man.
sense.
But who we got?
It's Noor the Baghdadi,
Chief Olasaji in the building, baby.
It's your girl Moeezy.
The Prince.
and we're joined by a special guest all the way from Sydney.
He said all the way.
He flew for this.
Just for this. Ade from Little Lagos is with us.
Yes.
Happy to be here. The room looks bigger than I thought.
That's
Really?
good.
That's good.
I'm
Yeah,
happy
that's
with
good.
that.
Yeah.
I would hate for people to come in like,
Whoa,
damn.
whoa.
How did
know
you
what?
fit this?
That was our first set.
I also feel like it's a nice temperature control.
Yeah.
Like it's not hot, it's not
Oh,
cold.
no,
so-
you're lucky.
Nah, just a good day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nah, we've had some
Is it either
bad.
hot or cold?
We've had some bad days in here, man.
You're sweating it out.
Yeah.
What? I had a towel.
You had a
on set
towel,
in
yeah,
one
nah,
episode,
it's-
man.
it's
doing
been horrible
these
sometimes.
ones. I'm done, man.
Gosh.
How we doing, though?
Good. Anything pissing you guys off?
Recently?
I don't know. Though.
No, definitely.
You know what? I felt joyous and blessed, man. I was looking forward to the Easter period this year. You know, I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
And we did the typical link up happen as well between Ramadan and Easter.
Yeah.
Where the
Bloods and the Crips.
where the Bloods and the Crips unite. You know what I mean? Everyone's going through their religious festivities right now. So but yeah, man, Easter period was a vibe. Why you peased off?
Nothing's
See?
pissing me off.
That's good.
Nothing is pissing me
No,
off.
did it get pulled over?
I realize I love Easter.
Yeah.
Bro,
It's just such a good time.
it was a
What
good-
about it do you love?
It's sentimental. Like it actually means. I realized Christmas very overrated. Very overrated.
high key though, because Easter's not as commercialized, like we get to just enjoy what comes with that in terms of family
Yeah.
time. Everyone's
Actually
on.
thinking about the reasoning.
Do you know what I'm saying? But Christmas, bro, you're stressed with
Gifts.
buying
Your
this,
mom's
buying
telling
that.
you clean your room because the guests are coming. They're not
Come
coming to my
on,
room,
man. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm feeling blessed though. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Do you have anything on your mind?
I was just thinking about Easter and Christmas and what you said. Like, I think because Christmas, you actually have to go to work in between Christmas and New Year. So it doesn't feel like a real holiday.
That's nasty.
Whereas Easter, you get that 4-day stretch.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you can make it a week.
The whole of like,
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
if they
true.
do it everywhere else, but the
Yeah.
whole of Australia is saying, hey, thank you, Christians.
We are a Christian nation. You know how I realized that they're serious about this? Like Easter, no work, no whatever. I ordered something on Amazon on the 28th,
Yeah.
and it was like it'll arrive on the 2nd of April.
Bro.
And I was like,
everyone's on break.
Amazon is not like this. What's
Amazon
wrong?
don't
I
care,
had to
bro.
make sure it's Prime from Australia. Or
Bro.
whatever. And it's just like, nah, that's just the case.
Nah, what Amazon is one of the things I'm like, you guys, no, you can't take
You don't
holidays.
deserve
Yeah,
Jesus.
you man say you don't deserve Jesus. That's crazy.
Nah, what the heck?
Bro, but they can't go on holiday, man, because they're underpinning our society. This is what they've sold us on, you know what I mean? But nah, bro, it's been a good time. I feel like everyone's been out and about though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just been
Yeah.
nice. Church on Friday was nice. That was a beautiful.
Then I was out, so last week I was talking to the people and I said, I was like, I'm gonna figure out how to get to a certain, like a festival.
Oh, yes.
I'll make it happen, yeah. And the whole thing I had between that was it was on Good Friday. I'm like, it just feels crazy, you know?
Was that sold out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it feel crazy to go, you know. So, anyways, figured out my my pattern. Got home, kicked it for a bit. I think did I pass out or we ate or napped or something like that. And then it was game time. I got there and I shot some of the best content I've ever shot in a long time, man.
It actually looks very crispy.
look good.
Trust the footage. Oh, actually, no, my bad, bro. I need to reply to you. I need to send you the footage. But the content was clean, man.
Yeah.
Got secured some certain interviews. I don't know if he's wants to be say because I don't think he's put it out there yet. But he's Noah padding some nice interviews. I met one of my my
Daniel
favorite
was
artists.
fangirling.
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
Disgusting.
Who was it? Who was
Can we
it?
talk about it?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So this guy loves Bryson Tiller.
Okay.
And then he puts up a story on his close friend of him and Bryson Tiller talking, right? And Bryson Tiller's holding a Nintendo Switch remote. And he goes, I haven't gamed in 6 months. And you just hear Daniel.
Bro, I was geeking, bro.
I saw it and I threw my phone. I said, this is not my friend.
Bro, when I
Daniel,
was-
what's going on, bro?
I watched the footage back. I said, what? I said, madness, bro. Yeah.
This is not like you, bro.
Yeah.
It's not like me. I wasn't acting like
But it was a good
myself.
time. The actual
I didn't
festival was
really
nice.
catch it because I was doing a lot more more backstage capturing that. So I was in front. Anytime I was in front, I was capturing. You know, I hate what they do now. Not now, but they've done it a lot. That whole first 3 songs thing of like, if you're
It's
if
actually
you're
a thing.
capturing content,
Okay.
they only let
yes.
you in the pit for like the first 3 or 4
really?
songs.
I didn't even know that.
I forgot what some of the reasons were, but I believe one of them might be like because the artist looks freshest at that time as well. They also don't want anyone copying
That
like
makes sense.
bad angles and whatnot. There's another reason. I forgot someone said something too.
That actually makes sense because I remember for Promised Land we
Steph?
captured content, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, when the wig did the whoop.
Nah, not the wig, not the wig. I didn't catch the wig. But it's like when she was rapping and then she was walking on the other side of the stage, took the biggest deep breath. and I caught that. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And then I actually posted that. She actually viewed my story as well. I said, yeah.
You did it dirty.
But it was a good time, man. Got some real nice content. Like I said, I haven't been behind the camera in a hot minute. I haven't been behind it in a hot minute. So it was good to do, man. So
Sold out.
yeah, the name's crazy. the name's very, very crazy.
I love
man.
it. You know, on the set, you're like, I don't know, it doesn't feel right. And then, because we had games night at Marwa's house, your house, obviously. And then you came afterwards. Everyone was like, oh, how was it? Yeah, best time of my life.
It was G, man.
It was nice. But it was wholesome. Even what we did on Friday night as well, just everyone getting together.
Everyone's just been out, man. You just had to fly in as
Games
well.
night.
Yeah, I mean, I'm starting to really get into Melbourne, you know. It's a very interesting one because I'm such a Sydney person, you know. So, but yeah, I feel like there's a lot happening here as well. And thankfully, I know quite a few people.
Yeah. I was go.
No, go.
I was trying to think though, like, because I was really thinking about that whole Melbourne Sydney thing. I know it's a conversation we always have, but I'm like, it's actually such a big like shift of lifestyle moving from Sydney to Melbourne. I feel like you can go from Melbourne to Sydney and keep up, but Sydney to Melbourne, you might just feel like it's a bit slower or something.
It's definitely slower here.
When you
I
come
think
here?
you guys probably enjoy your lives a little bit more than we do. I think we just hustle hard in Sydney.
Yeah.
I think everyone's on
Leave it
the
a lot.
go in Sydney.
Which is a madness to me. I feel like, it
Yeah.
will feel nicer here, but the slowness though, for some people,
Maybe
like,
it's
bro,
the weather
just
that
dip.
makes you all slow. I don't know because it's always because it's cold. Maybe you're indoor more. I don't know.
Melbourne people just like to enjoy, you know?
Yeah,
They
you're
just-
about the good life.
Yeah, exactly. I think people just like to enjoy. Where in Sydney is like, you know, just work.
Yeah, well, it's more expensive as well.
Yeah, so you have to.
You just have to
hustle a
catch up.
little
You
bit
have
more.
to keep up and catch up all the time.
Even because we up like backstage, I'll just say we got like the interview with Party, yeah, and then you know how Party next door he put up a tweet saying he's never coming back to Australia again.
The fuck? Why?
Said he
didn't see
lives a
that.
lifestyle that we're not ready to live in Australia.
that
I don't know what that means.
He was saying that we're just that was after I think the Sydney.
I think
show
there
or
wasn't
something
enough food for him here.
like that. Nah, that's crazy.
The guy's
Man's
hitting him
chunky
with the
now.
fat shaming.
Oh my days.
What you feeding, man?
I think we need a
What you
party
feeding,
next
bro?
door, a little Lagos collab.
Nah, we need that, bro. You gotta feed my
Wait,
man.
just look. Full disclaimer: we did not feed Party. Yeah, we fed all the
We didn't
people.
have enough
Definitely
food in the
not.
kitchen.
Nah, it's crazy, bro. But after that, we were like, yo, you come back? He's like, bro, if I come back, I'm coming back to Melbourne.
Yeah.
Melbourne.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, yeah,
That's
bro.
okay.
It's,
That's good.
I knew Melbourne would bring it.
It would
back.
be, it would be,
I
yeah.
knew if anything, Melbourne would be the type, like the city.
I think Melbourne is funner. Especially for artists, if you're talking nightlife, all this kind of stuff, it is a more fun place to be. Because I didn't realize how bad the like party laws were in Sydney. Like you can't have shots after 11 p.m.
No way. Is it true?
Can you
I don't
confirm
think so.
those nights?
No,
That's what a
definitely-
club owner.
We
told
had
me.
no, I think he's talking shit. we had a period which you guys would have heard of the lockout. That ended a long time ago. I mean, we're licensed to 1 a.m. and we're not even a nightclub, and you can get up till 12:30.
Okay.
At our spot. So
It's just happening.
maybe he has some restrictions on his license because liquor licenses are crazy everywhere.
Yeah.
Where we're at now in Melbourne as well, we can't play music past 9 p.m. Part of our liquor license conditions.
You can't play music past 9 p.m.
Yeah,
Bro,
we really
forget
can't.
music. They came
So
downstairs
the DJ,
and
we
said,
have to
'Cause I
turn the
remember-
DJ off.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Remember, even when people are leaving, so everyone's liquor license is different. Maybe he has, and I'm like, what did you do to get that kind of a condition? That's what I want to know. But nah, look, I think it's just what you said. I think you guys just have a reputation for being more creative, cultural, fun, and we have the reputation of just hustle, work hard,
Yeah.
because we need to fucking pay rent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Dang, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that life, bro. I think I'm cozy here, man. But you've been in and out as well, though.
I've been in and out a lot, and I stayed.
Pause.
Last time I stayed here months, like in Sawyara.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can see why, because I've lost a few friends to Sydney. Like full disclosure, I had like 5 friends moved from Sydney to Melbourne.
Yeah,
Full
right.
unpacked, Flex Mommy moved from Sydney to Melbourne. That was big because we were like if she's leaving, you know, what's a sign? You know what I mean? And 2 of my team now moved from Sydney to Melbourne, which was a blessing because now they're here already.
Perfect.
So I think I do see it, but I don't know. It's what you said. It's just 2 very different cities. But if you blindfold someone and drop them in the city, I don't think there's that much of a difference. It's still the same night.
It's probably the people, I reckon. Like, you see something different maybe amongst the people.
I think daytime, your city's so much nicer.
Oh,
You
I
guys,
think Sydney's more beautiful
you
than
guys
Melbourne.
have landmarks.
Yeah.
That's the starting
we
point.
have not a single landmark.
Bro,
like
it's
in
so
Melbourne
embarrassing when people go like, "Oh, what's the most popular Flinders Street station?"
Bro.
Like a train station is
On
our friggin'
MCG,
landmark.
is that? like a landmark?
I don't like
That's what it
stadiums.
is as a game.
I don't think stadiums should be landmarks, in my opinion. Like, you can build that anywhere. Bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the space to create an opera house, you
And
know what I mean?
Harbour Bridge.
A Harbour Bridge, like these type of things look nice. You
You
can't
guys
just
have trains to the airport. Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know why they decided we wouldn't do that here.
not get that cracking again.
And our
man.
water's dirty, bro.
Hey man, whoa, no.
No,
The drinking water is
The
fantastic.
Yarra River, which is supposed to be
Yarra
where people
River.
go, you take boat cruises, is dirty. It's filthy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So video on that
Melbourne
side.
is nice, though.
Of course,
And Melbourne
man.
is home. Always will be.
But I was gonna say it's been popping. The pop-up's been popping.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Like, okay, we knew we got love in Melbourne, but not to that extent. Like,
a
when
nice
you guys
feeling.
came through with Solly and everyone, like, that weekend, I was just like, whoa. And then people have been coming through. So it's been really, really cool. Like, and we're just like, we definitely, want to stay. People thought it was just 1 week.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, that's what a lot of
as well,
people thought. And we were like, nah, you know what? We're definitely going to stay. So we're staying for a few more months.
It's cool. It's a really cool space as well. Like,
The
it
space
sucks
suits it
the
perfectly,
music restrictions, all this kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
it's very residential around
Yeah.
there.
But man, forget music. They come downstairs to us. Then at night, me and Carlson and Solly and someone else talking, and they're just like, "All right, guys, can you get that?" You're laughing a little too hard.
I looked at the time and said, this is unusual.
Had an African spot as well, bro. What's going on here, man?
Just getting started.
It's only 9 songs. I said, "Nice, what's
When you
going
look
on?"
across and you see the blinds opening, and a white head peeping out, that's when you need to turn down.
That's
the light.
techie, man.
Yeah,
That's tough
yeah,
to
they don't
navigate.
But
That
it's a
area
really
is not
nice
used
spot.
to it. That's why, yeah.
No, and to be honest, I was quite disappointed because we kind of got like, it wasn't a warning or a notice, but I know how it starts. We got a letter from council just saying, "Hey guys, welcome to the neighborhood. Just reminding you of your liquor license restriction, your conditions." And we're like, okay. So that's usually like, you're on our radar.
Yeah.
We just want to kind of make sure you guys don't mess it up. And I was like, we just got here.
We can't afford this.
Yeah.
It's been one day.
But that place really is just the vibe of like community, food.
Yeah.
It's very, very nice spot.
So you get a letter like that, and you're like, "Bet, let's just completely err to the side of caution." Because some like venues where it's like, this is the place for the people, and we're gonna stick it to the man, and it's like we're gonna run amok, kind of, nah, man, we're gonna be that one that's on their radar, but like almost like a 1-4, you know what I mean? Like, but restaurant version, it's like a let's just try to.
I think it's always better with authorities just to not poke them,
Of course.
because they have, they can make your life a bit miserable if they really wanted to.
Good content though.
You can go viral.
Yo.
Just film them when they come in and put it on the internet. But it's also, you want to make sure you've done all the right things. The neighbors are like, it's too loud because my baby's trying to go to sleep. That's fair. It's like, okay. But at the
Here's
same
some
time,
free
you live in
jollof.
Fitzroy.
Pack it up.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, give them quite a little.
Bro, baby's boring haps, man. Come on, man. Just sleep, bro. Enjoy the vibe. You know what I mean? That's tough.
There was a restaurant in Sydney just last month who actually banned kids from coming to his restaurant. I don't know if you guys heard. And he started this massive debate online. And the guy's like, under 18s are banned.
I can't
That's
lie.
way under 18.
I can't lie.
That's not even.
I'm not
Yo,
mad.
bro,
Is this just
damn,
a
wait.
restaurant?
It's a massive restaurant. It's really popular. It's in this place called Marrickville, which is like known for like kind of like your Fitzroy, you could say.
Right.
And the guy's just like, I've had enough. Like, I don't want kids running around. I don't want them crying. If someone is here, I want them to be able to enjoy it. And the crazy thing is, a lot of the parents were like, yes, that's good. Because when we come out and leave our kids at home,
Yeah,
we
that's
don't
what
want
we
to
want.
know
Yeah.
they're crying.
Yeah.
So you actually got a lot
Loki,
of
I rate it. I rate it.
I'm not mad at that. Yeah, damn, but under 18 is a bit.
Nah, that's perfect. Fantastic.
Think about it, because anyone under 18 is not spending that much at your restaurant.
Yeah.
So it's like you're not really losing much.
But imagine you want to go out with your family, yeah, like a nice little family.
Yeah, but
dinner.
how does that work?
You're gonna
Yeah.
tell little Timmy and Sally, hey, you guys, yeah, we love you, yeah, but you're gonna have to see. You're gonna have to
Yo,
sit
you
this
have to
out.
go over there across the road.
Hey, that Nando's is for the family.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm actually no mad at it. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So that means you can't go there with the family. That's
No,
Whatever.
he's just like, no kids. Like, blanket ban. He's like, I don't care. Fine. Either you don't come or you leave the kids at home. He gave a lot of reasons. Another thing that actually said, and which is true, is like when the kids come in, a lot of times they're on their phones.
Yeah.
And it's like they're on their phones or their iPads, and it's quite loud. Because they're either playing a game or watching
Peppa
something.
Pig
Yeah,
or
yeah.
It's like if you're sitting next to someone who's trying to have a conversation, and it's like, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
And it's like, again, it's annoying. So I'm like,
you got someone next to you is like, so do you believe in love? And then,
Someone else is trying to run it off. Cocomelon in the
my guy trying to
background.
speak game, and then he got Papa P going on, bro.
No. But I've realized. I mean, you said something in the chat. Like, yeah, parents sometimes they just don't want to be around like kids or their kids.
Parents know it.
There was
That's-
that survey, man, that you put in the thing. I'm trying to remember what the
It
stats
was
were.
about
Yeah,
playing with the kids.
bro, parents. I'm realizing are
with
not.
their own kids or other people's
Their
kids?
own
Their
kids.
own. I'll get it. All right. So it said here, a poll has found almost 2/3 of parents find playing with their children hard or boring, with 1/8 saying it's a waste of time.
Yeah, a waste of time is so crazy.
Nah, what's the time to be crazy? What's that on boring and
2/3 say it's hard.
Hard to
or boring.
understand.
Hard,
Yeah.
yes.
It's like,
Hard,
oh, I
hard
don't.
can.
Yeah, I don't
What's
enjoy
hard
it.
about playing with your own kids?
Like, what if it's like it's hard to keep them engaged,
them,
or it's
yeah,
hard
entertained.
to you know, like I'm an adult, like I don't really find like I don't know
Like dinosaurs.
paper toss fun or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Or dinosaurs or soldiers.
What if it's like physical though? Like, what if you're like playing basketball with them or
Yeah,
that's
can go
different.
off.
That's not
yeah, that's
Yeah.
when they're like 10,
That
12.
goes off a
Yeah.
lot more, I think. Though, for
boring
sure.
is crazy.
Come on, though.
crazy.
I hear
Your
it.
own kids.
I
though.
understand hard, bro. Imagine.
Kind of hear it, man. Like, bro, sometimes, like, especially when they like this, they want to do the same thing over and over again. Like, bro, like, let's switch it up, man. Like,
See, I think the thing for me
Something
is gonna
different.
be when they hit the why stage and everything is all
Constantly
because
asking.
why,
Yeah.
why. That one is the one where I think I'm actually just gonna leave them on the train. And
yeah, long, man, bro. Because I saw this guy yesterday. We're chilling, and whatnot. He's got a. How old is she? She's like literally just turned 1. Yeah.
Okay.
my niece.
No.
Oh,
So yeah, we had a like a dinner yesterday, and it was one of our like friends. He's playing with her daughter. She's 1 year old. This guy instantly slapped out his phone, Cocomelon. Her mom comes up, no, turn it off, bro. She's like, turn it off. And I start looking at him like, bro, why are you feeding her crack?
All right, so this is my reasoning.
Right.
I want the kid to like me,
Okay.
and I thought we'd watch it together. It wasn't like I just gave it to her, hey, watch the phone. No, I was like, sit on my lap and let's watch this together.
Yeah.
We were bonding, and then the mom just, I don't know, was, hey.
Too much screen time.
Yeah.
I get
Bro.
it.
Yeah, maybe yeah, she reached the screen
The
limit for the
capacity,
day.
yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
instantly started feeding her the crack. I'm like, this guy. I was like, it's that easy to like
they
sit
lock
into it.
in.
It's a madness.
Nah, we
bro.
should have. Yeah, that's locked in. Yeah, boring is crazy, but hard I can sort of get that because they got energy, man. You know,
Yeah.
remember when I was playing with my niece? Like, bro, I sat there, I was like, man, like we did it for like 35 minutes. And then I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna go and rest. It's like, where you go? We just started. And she got like this try going, like going in circles. Like, bro, I was like, all right, cool. You know, I had to sub in. My brother, hey, come in, it's your turn. you know? So I can
peak,
sort
man.
of get that.
Yeah.
Boring is wild though.
I try to do the little edgy games with them as well, like little fun. Like I'll poke kids a little, not poke physically,
Yeah,
but like I'll push their branches
Yeah,
a little
you
bit
have to, you have
to
to.
annoy them slightly, but they start to like you. But yesterday, I see one of my friends just throwing up, he's 2 years old, throwing him up, catching him, and it's like The throws weren't too high.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, you trying to see real height?
Oh.
I picked him up, yeah.
Oh no.
Wow, I yeeted
almost
this
dropped
kid.
the kid.
I yeeted him. Even the catch, you know, normally you catch them back into the armpits.
Yeah.
Bro, I had to catch, I had to catch him like this. Kid was slightly shook. A little part of him was like, bro, I caught airtime just then, bro.
Goodness.
But I was like, hey, you good? Like, I had to make sure it's all good. No crying. Like, I bet we're straight. But I'm like, damn, bro, that one could have been risky.
They say the rough house play is really good for, especially like father-son type thing.
Rough.
Like, yeah, like throwing them around and everything. Yeah.
Throw them
Throwing
around,
him around.
No, man. I don't know if you want to break something as well.
Legit.
Nah, apparently they're malleable at that
They're-
age,
yeah,
man.
they're
You
made
know what I
for
mean? They
this.
have like no kneecaps for a long time as well, bro. So you can mess about a little bit, bro. But hey, man, we're pushing that for a long time, like I said. We're not thinking
You almost
about
took
it,
the
man.
kid out, bro.
Yeah, bro. But should we do our top
I think so.
three? You ready to play a game, bro?
Yeah, all
Boards
right.
over there?
Oh snap!
I'll get him.
Okay, thank you. I think I
heck are they?
did.
I just say, yeah, I'm ready, but I don't even know what kind
Yeah,
of.
you'll find out, man.
So what we do here is I started off doing like a top three.
Okay.
So I give everyone a category. So list me the top three of this. You know, it can be a question, it can be a category, whatever
you,
it is.
bro. All right.
But lately with our guests, I decided to switch it up a little and do, I call it general knowledge, but the questions haven't really been general knowledge. They have just been questions that I assume or think you guys might know. This guy has been eating it up completely. So yeah,
Noah's
we're
the king
really
of that.
we're looking for a challenge today. We're hoping that you know
Alright.
this one can be. So today is general knowledge quiz, and I have added a top three in there as well.
Okay.
A very not easy, but hopefully it's a easy, simple one. All right, so everyone is ready.
Yeah.
Let me,
Okay,
let
cool.
me write my name down, bro.
Write your name. We've got 5 questions.
No, that's fine. Take your time. I'm gonna write them on my phone. And
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. You can just do it on your phone, or you want
He
to show
wants
the
to flip
board.
his board.
No, yeah.
Alright,
For the
cool, cool.
content.
All right, so
I'm trying to think what
we've-
my name should
we've-
be for this, man.
Oh, true. We've got 5 questions, and I will
Top 3.
start.
Whoa. Let me write my name first, man.
Okay. You can write it while I'm asking the first question.
Okay, fine.
All right. First question is: what is the only planet that rotates on its side?
What?
What is the only planet that rotates on its side?
On each side?
On its side.
Its side.
Its
Its
side.
side.
So it rotates on its side.
That's not general knowledge.
Hey, what the heck?
I did not pay attention.
Don't worry,
to
that's
any
the
of this
only
stuff.
one that might be throwing you guys off a little.
Hold on, I haven't even written it down, bro. I think
Yeah,
I know.
do you
To be
I don't-
honest, I searched up high school general knowledge questions, and
this
this
comes
was
up?
one of it. So
High school.
high school, apparently.
It's what you know. This is what it is. Yeah, it's not something you learn. Like it's not like they don't sit you down and teach you that. They tell you.
And
And
then
if you remember,
If you remember, you remember.
Remember, they
If you-
expect you.
yeah.
Because you're never going to use it.
Yeah.
in
That's
life.
it.
All right.
Legit. All right, cool. Next question is, I'm so annoyed because it was mentioned during conversation. Which bone are babies born without? Which
No. But they need to
bone-
say the name. Yeah.
Which bone are I will take name or just whatever. Which bone are babies born
Carl's finally got a
Bones.
point.
without?
Carlos finally
I
got
know
one.
him. It was mentioned not long ago.
Okay.
Which bone are babies born without?
Extra point for scientific name.
I actually don't really know that one, but what shall I say?
All right. Next question is: which country has both Arabic? Whoa, hold on. Okay, no, I messed this up bad because
Oh,
I put
no,
the answer
she
in
wrote
here.
the answer's
Okay,
Arabic.
go. Next, I'll do a different question and then I'll go back to this one. What is the largest organ in the human body?
In?
The human body.
Yes. Jesus.
Why are you doing that?
Largest.
But
organ
I think it's still
Yeah.
in the human.
But why'd you do that?
body.
because now I'm second guessing everything.
No, because
The
now you're
largest
giving answers.
organ.
All right. So the question.
I'm gonna come back to
Next
that.
question is: which country?
Sorry. So when you said skip, do I leave
doesn't
3
matter.
blank?
Doesn't matter.
Definitely
Okay,
matters.
let's come back to it.
So question 4 is now what I'm doing.
Okay. Okay.
So question 4 is: which country has both Arabic and French as its official language? Which
Arabic
country?
and French.
Yep, has Arabic and French as its official language.
Wow, this actually could be a couple.
Yeah, hold
There's
on.
a few. Are you sure it's just one? Or can we list
There is
all
one
of them?
answer, but if you
Okay.
believe that there's a few,
Official's different though. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's
official,
Official.
official language.
Oh, I have one answer that comes to mind straight away, but
All right, and last question is:
bro. I don't know.
What
I'll come back to
is
that one.
or what are the most common allergies around the
three?
world? Top 3 most common allergies. And list them in order, please.
Okay, yeah.
All the
Damn, what the heck are people allergic to, bro?
everything.
Ooh, okay. Nah, I don't know. I need one more, huh?
Damn, I need 2 more. The first one's quite easy.
All right.
Wait, hold on.
Let me
Allergy. Ooh. Damn, my head, bro. My head is.
Let me know when you guys.
I'll get one on that.
I know the first one.
Oh yeah, no one needs a pen.
Why are you laughing, man? I don't like this.
No,
I need
said
one
you did.
more allergy, dog.
Let me know when you guys are done.
I'm just gonna write it.
Bro, hold on. Let me think. Okay. Just trying to figure out what people are normally allergic to. Far out.
I thought you threw your phone and caught the
Hey,
pen.
man, what was question 3?
Question 3
The largest organ, was
the
it?
largest organ in the human body.
Ade, how you feeling, man? You got your answers locked in?
I think so. I think so.
Oi, oi. Yeah, this one.
I don't know. I'm just going to go.
All right, how are we going?
Either I
Alright.
completely
We're
cleaned
ready?
up.
I'm ready.
All right,
Or
we're
I've
just
just-
waiting. Let me know when you're done, Noor.
He was rewriting his answers. Oh, this is crazy.
Actually, let me go.
Don't look at my tin,
I'm
man.
not looking.
Hey, what was question 4? The official language, yeah?
Yes.
Damn.
Arabic and French.
Yeah, that's peaked. Yeah, but I think I'm with it. Bro, talk on mic, man. It is.
All right.
I'm locked in.
Locked
Noah's
in.
almost
Let me
ready.
just
Done
go,
his.
let me just
I
go.
think. Today, my name is Senior Knowledge.
Wow.
Senior knowledge.
Senior Knowledge,
Senor.
aka or God the Top. I thought you would write that for your own name, man. I should have
it
written Chief Honorable.
Chief.
Chief Honorable.
add 2 more
Honorable
languages,
Chief,
yeah?
man.
You can start now.
All right, we're good
All
to
right.
go?
Yeah, no, ready?
Yeah.
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 All right, let's go. Who would like to,
Read out our answers.
show us first?
Let's just all show it.
Yeah. Show the ball.
3,
show.
2, 1. I've
show it
got
to
to
the
put
cam.
Neptune as well.
Okay.
All
All
cool.
right.
So we'll just go through them, and then you guys can just read out what you've got.
See, but that was an intolerance. That's what I was thinking.
No, yeah. So is hay fever, isn't it?
All right,
Nah,
first question
allergy.
is, what is the only planet that rotates on its side?
Neptune,
We
please.
have Uranus.
Oh, no way.
Uranus.
I was going to put Neptune as well.
Well, I
everyone-
wouldn't have been right.
Anyone get it? Or?
Saturn. I've got Saturn.
Mars.
Mars,
Okay,
huh?
alright, so
Would you
no
write
one-
Saturn?
Yeah.
Oh, thank
That was
goodness.
very
No one
random.
got that one.
Oh, yeah, I probably spelled patella wrong, I think.
Wait, why did you write Nigeria first? And you know you can rub it out, so why did you leave it there?
Just wanted the people to know, man. And that's a country that rotates on its side for real. For real.
Oh, that's
A planet even.
All accents.
For
All
real.
right. Our next question was, which bone are babies born without? What do we have?
Patella.
Patella.
How do you spell it? Because I think I wrote it wrong.
P-A-T, yeah, double L.
double
Yep.
L.
Or
Everybody got that?
Or kneecap, I
I
would
think
take
everyone
as
got
well.
that.
Everybody got that, huh?
Everyone got it?
Smart.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, so this one, is it in the...
Next question
section.
was, largest
Largest
organ in the human body. What do we have?
Skin?
I had liver. Because I was thinking...
It was skin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Skin.
Yeah, I know. That's why I
Because
clarified
of
that's-
the in, but I was like, I
area
don't think
and
she's
weight.
tricking us.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
thought it was in. Okay, cool.
It's
Fair
the
enough.
largest
man.
organ in
Fair
the
enough.
human body. All right, the next question was, which country has both Arabic and French
I got
as its
Morocco.
official
I put Morocco, yeah.
language? What do we have,
Lebanon
everybody?
has a shout there.
Morocco,
Lebanon.
Lebanon.
Yeah, you got, hey, choose one.
I
choose
got.
one. Choose one. Because you got three. You
I
got three.
Oh, that's a hard one.
Which one are you going to choose?
I'll go with the first one because that was my first choice.
Would you write?
Up North Africa.
Tunisia.
Oh, I have to.
I think
Yep,
maybe,
yep.
I think
That's
What do you what do you have?
I got Morocco.
Okay,
potential.
Morocco is correct.
Yeah, I
so
know.
I will take
I had
that.
Morocco.
But what?
Wait, I'm pretty sure
Tunisia
Tunisia,
has-
Algeria,
So
and
that's what
Lebanon
I'm
are
trying
all
to.
correct
I
as
think
well.
I'm pretty sure I did
Yeah,
see
Tunisia,
it.
yeah, it
sure
is
about
because
Tunisia,
both of them are up in the
I'm
north.
pretty sure I did see it as well.
Bro,
But the thing is,
So I
but the thing is,
could
it's
potentially-
official. I don't know.
Yeah, official
Yeah,
is the
official is
difference.
different.
The Francois really got them though.
No, it is. Yep. So you are correct
Tunisia?
as well.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
Tunisia,
Yep.
Lebanon?
It is there. Yeah, Lebanon is.
Oh, as well? So everybody got that?
So everyone got
Wait,
that one.
Lebanon
Lebanon
is?
is there as
Lebanon
well.
there
It's
too.
listed there.
Dang.
Yep.
Wait, Lebanon is got French.
Bro, okay, so one thing about the French is wherever they colonized, they made sure the people left with the stayed with the language.
yeah.
Yo.
I don't know how they did it.
That's what I'm saying. I
English,
wonder-
the English didn't do
Nah,
that.
that's
I wonder what
wild,
the
bro.
tactics were, bro, because to leave, and these people are speaking a language so far from theirs, crazy.
All right, and the last one was what are the most common? Did I say allergies or?
You said allergies.
You said allergies.
Oh, she packed us up.
I messed up bad.
Oh,
I messed
what-
up. It was meant to be food allergies.
Yeah, Loki, that's what I
Meant
would
to be
with
what
anyways.
are the top
I mean-
3 food allergies?
Well, I
but
mean-
I will just take your allergies. What are your allergies?
No, okay.
Do you want us to run it back real quick and just do
Yeah, yes, please. I wanted to do food.
Food
I
allergies?
actually wanted to do food.
Oh, food?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Wait,
give me top 3
Did
food
everyone really
allergies.
have
Nah.
food allergies?
I just did allergies.
Just give me food.
Okay, cool.
When you're done.
All right, what gives me a chance to think about that one?
I'm stressing.
Why are you stressed?
Man, I got.
Oh, you said top 3,
Top
so that's the
3?
most common one.
Yeah,
Most common food
allergies.
allergies around the world.
He's stressed. Let me think while I don't know what I'm thinking. I have to have the text of the thing.
Yeah. What the frick is everyone allergic to?
Bro, that's what I'm thinking as well, bro.
Okay, I got one more. It's probably wrong, but I'm gonna write it down once I get the thing. No, that's wrong.
that's not
That's
even
very
allergy.
wrong. I only know 2 people in my life that have this allergy.
I know what you're gonna say, and I'm writing it down.
Are you sure, brother?
So to see.
Let me know how you go.
You can
Food
touch.
allergies.
Food.
Oh, man, Mr. Restaurant, this is you, bro.
I mean, I'm trying.
Hey,
but
honestly,
top,
what do you
How do we
normally
how do we get the
she said
same?
top 3. That's the hard part. People are
I
allergic to everything.
need one
Yeah,
more.
facts.
That is
I
true.
need
You guess
one
this
more.
wrong, man. Little Lagos is fraud. Hey, man, it is what it is, dog. I'm just gonna have to. I'm just gonna, done.
All right, let me know when you do the last one.
I'm done. Locked in,
Yeah,
man.
I think I'm done too.
Wait, Carlos, you said yours were food allergies from the jump. What are you changing?
Nah, I only had one.
What the heck? All right.
Nah, I should.
Yo.
All right, we're ready?
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
flip
I
our
have
boards.
two.
What do we have?
I only have 2, man. I can't think of another
What
one.
do we
I was gonna put citrus, but I
Peanut,
didn't.
lactose, and citrus.
Okay.
I got nuts, citrus, and like fish. I meant fish. But
I
I
just
put
got nuts and
shellfish. I don't think
seafood.
that's right.
Yeah, same. Not seafood wheat.
Seafood.
I can't.
That's
Okay.
The funny.
Okay.
She
Very.
just said
I was gonna
seafood.
put citrus, but
So
I realized there's
in
only one place that I know.
yeah, same.
yes, okay. I won't make any comments. In third place, we've got tree nuts.
So nuts, pause.
Yeah.
Nuts.
So yeah,
Fantastic.
if you
Okay,
put
cool.
nuts, I will give you nuts.
Okay, wow.
In second place,
Slow down, please.
Yeah. Whoa.
Okay, guys, chill out. In second place, we have eggs.
I was going. That's what I said.
All the babies are allergic
All
to eggs.
babies are allergic
I
to
literally,
eggs,
the one I
guys.
said, I only know 2 people. It was my grandma and then what
So many
our
people
pastor's child. I'm
are
like,
allergic to
that's
eggs.
nearly 2.
That's
Bro.
yeah. I
Eggs.
didn't know it was that common.
Wow, I should have done it.
Apparently, it's very, very
Bro, I
common
would have
around the
cleaned
world,
up,
eggs.
man.
And then in first place, we have cow's milk.
Oh, so it isn't an
So
intolerance.
lactose.
Lactose intolerance. So
But
you
that's
have
an
that.
intolerance.
But like that means your body's not tolerating it. That's
But you
literally
can
what
still
it
have
is.
I don't know.
It elicits
It's
different
officially-
reactions, bro.
It's officially
Allergy.
No.
If I want to get scientific,
Cow's
allergy
milk-
elicits
It is-
histamine
It is
reaction.
listed
Yeah.
under the health website as an
This
allergy.
is
What website?
Nah, they.
Yeah. Who's hell, bro? If this is if this has
www.marwa.com.
.mg, if Nigeria,
Listen,
Website's on its side.
it's rotated, bro.
but to be honest, seafood came up as an allergy in Australia. Like if we're
Top.
looking at Australia, yeah.
Yeah.
It
So
did come
look,
up.
we're going to Australia, aren't we?
And apparently Australia is known as the allergy
Bro, we
capital.
off. Everyone
Yeah.
got it
Yeah.
here,
Yeah,
man.
finished.
Literally, nanny state, like we said, man. All right, so scores.
So what are our scores?
So we're counting 3 points for the last one.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
So am I getting lactose or not?
Yeah, you go. Yeah.
All right, so
I'll give that to you.
5 out of 7.
I hate this guy so much.
Far
bro.
out.
I thought he was stressing. I thought he didn't have it.
Should have written egg,
thought-
bro. How many did you get?
I got 4. Right?
Yeah.
Four,
got
yeah,
four,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, you
So
got
second
4.
place.
Yeah, because I got the joint, the knee,
Ah,
the
you got this
skin,
one.
and the
Alright, cool.
country.
I got 4. You got Carlos is not doing
Third
well
place,
lately.
what do you-
I got 4 as well.
Trying to bring me down. so-
Nah, because I didn't accept the language off for a
Man
second.
said, how'd you get 4?
No.
You're right next to me, bro. So you're wrong.
That's fine.
Oh my
Bro,
god.
if I wrote egg,
Good
man.
stuff. Good stuff.
Ah,
if
man.
you wrote egg,
No,
she
no,
didn't.
no,
It's
got that
alright.
one.
Yeah, I literally only know 2 people as well allergic to eggs.
Yeah.
And I always thought they were so weird.
Yeah.
I think in Australia we just have different type of allergies, man.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's peak.
Peanuts is crazy
The
though.
wildest thing I ever heard. My mom was helping out at daycare for a period of time, and there was a little girl there that was allergic to anything that naturally has the red pigment. So like strawberries, tomatoes,
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
capsicum.
I've had someone.
I'm like
walk in.
that's
Yeah.
crazy. So even like fake like jelly.
Yeah.
If it's red, she can't have the red
That's
flavor.
mad.
Yeah, man. See, that one was a wild one when I heard about it. I thought people were joking about that one.
Mental.
Tomatoes and capsicum is also quite. It's getting common now.
know
I've
what?
had people email.
Okay, the common part. This is what I've always tried to understand.
Like, how's it becoming more?
Becoming more, yeah, that part confuses me. And then also like, bro, these things are integral to
Everything.
every dish.
to munch.
Yeah, it'll be hard.
Bro,
If tomato was not part of like a stew my mom's making,
Yeah.
it's
Say, "Mom,
not-
what is this?"
It doesn't exist.
what is this? Literally, bro. Imagine being allergic to like onion or something
Yeah,
like that.
onions. I've had onions as well. Had someone say they're allergic to onions.
Goodness, bro. Just nothing is sauteed in your life. I'm like, what's going on here? That's yeah.
The world is going crazy with
Out of curiosity, obviously you're a restaurateur and all this stuff.
Tour.
What do you not like yourself? Like, are you picky or are you?
Sushi.
Oh,
And
nah,
I know.
you don't like-
I know. Miwa is watching this, and she's gonna give
What,
me
you
hell.
don't like it?
I don't like sushi. Bro.
Wait,
Nah,
what
I
if-
don't
hold up.
understand it. I don't
love
get
that.
it.
Is
He's a
it
hater, he's a
sushi
hater.
or is it raw fish?
Anything su?
What about suya?
Yeah, sushi is cool. Yeah, I don't know. I
Wait,
just
wait, wait.
never-
What if we slap some suya in a sushi? That's
Look, I saw someone do. Was it plantains in the sushi? And I thought that was interesting. And I
Just
was
mush
just
on
like,
mush?
yeah, I don't know what it is. I just
I like
wow,
it.
man.
I love that thing.
Chicken
bro.
teriyaki, spicy prawn, none of this.
it. None of it.
Goodness
I've
me.
tried it. So before I've tried it twice. I remember I went on a date and this girl was like sushi, and I was like, I don't like sushi.
I don't
She's
like you.
Oh, don't be
I don't
so.
like the
Try
price
it.
of
Don't be
sushi
so
on a date.
African. I'm like, you can't shame me into being what I am. You know, but yeah, let's go try sushi the second time. My boy took me the first time to this spot in Dubai, and I was like, I'm never eating this. And I didn't eat it for like maybe 5 years. And then I went and I tried. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it again. Because I think the first time was the raw one,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and that just didn't hit.
That's
And
a
then-
lot if you're not used to it, like culturally or just
I just
yeah.
yeah, that's the one thing I don't eat pork as well, but that's just from religion. But
Yeah.
yeah, just sushi is not my thing. I've tried it twice, and I know.
I used to be like that. I used to not like sushi.
then
And then I don't
I
know what
converted
happened.
her, man.
I think something just changed in me.
I
and I was
changed
like,
you.
You love sushi?
he loves.
My goodness. I've always said last meal, sushi.
Bro, have to.
Really?
Have to.
Yeah.
Last meal, sushi.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's a trend. It became a
Nah,
trend
don't do that to
recently.
us.
You're not wrong, but not every trend is bad.
True.
I think I was put onto sushi strongly because that was one of my mom's cravings. I can't remember if it was this sister or another one.
Okay.
That was her cravings when she was pregnant.
Got you.
So she would just always buy it.
Yeah.
And we just always have it too.
Yeah.
My good. And like, it was one of those where at that age, you know how you start to graduate in like the amount that you're allowed to eat?
Yeah.
Different
Oh,
things.
yeah,
Not
yeah.
like, you know, you have one meat with your rice when you're younger, then you graduate to 2, and now anything can run. You can slap 3 on there, no one,
Right,
you know,
you're
no one
happy
bats
with
an eye.
it. Yeah.
At that time, sushi was like a 2.
Okay.
So I'd eat 2 and I'd be itching for more, bro.
Give me-
I'd be
give me-
starting to do deals with my sister of like, yo, big man, like, what are you saying about that half? Like,
Yes.
I'll need the remote.
you know, literally, I'm like, you want to run it or what? You know,
Yeah.
and you know the packs they're coming 4. So my mom will buy that 2. I'm like, bro, it's not enough.
Yeah,
man.
one of my sisters doesn't like it either. And yeah, I think
crazy.
we're all grown up in Dubai, and we were just like, 2 of us were just not into it at all. And then my other sister, I think she liked it a lot. It was just weird. I always thought about like, because I would try anything, almost anything, first time. And then the first time I tried it, it was just not it at
Yeah.
all.
That would have been sashimi, I guess. Yeah, you had said the raw fish one, or was it in
Yeah.
the roll, or like the one with the rice and then?
No, I think it was sashimi. It was
Okay,
definitely
yeah,
raw.
I'm
And
so
I was just
sorry,
like,
man.
That's
nah.
probably why.
So sorry, because that's the best one too.
You grew up in Dubai?
Yeah.
Bro, this guy's been about
Been
with life,
everywhere.
man.
It's like, yeah, we're nomads. I literally been everywhere, but we partly grew up in Dubai as well. Yeah. spent a lot of
What
time
age
there.
roughly?
Like teenage.
Okay.
Like yeah, just teenagers, then growing into young adult. And we're there for a bit. Like my whole family was there though.
Yeah.
My sisters were
Your,
there.
I'm guessing your dad worked oil gas.
No, he was a consultant actually.
Okay.
Yeah, he was,
Oh,
he
cool,
was a
man.
business consultant. So back then he used to like connect businesses from Africa to Dubai because the trade was strong. Back then. People couldn't make it to Europe.
Yeah.
And China wasn't popping that much then.
Yeah.
So Dubai was like the center place. Yeah.
This is when it's popping for business, but not popping as a like destination even either. Hey,
Not
like,
really as a
people weren't
destination.
pulling up
yeah,
like
is this
that.
like
yeah.
early 2000s?
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause that's when I moved to Qatar.
Oh, bet.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And it was the same kind of thing. It's not popping as a destination,
Yeah.
but
Business
go there
is-
and get your money up.
Business is up. Yeah, man.
Kuwait was doing well.
Kuwait has the strongest currency in the world till
Yes.
today.
Yeah.
Sheesh, man. That would have been a time though. It's very interesting as a Nigerian though, like as well. Like,
There wasn't too many.
yeah, like it's quite a detached lifestyle from the. I don't know what the hustle and bustle of Dubai would have been at that
Yeah.
time, but from like a Lagos,
Nigerians adapt to anything though.
facts.
Like there's
Cockroaches,
Nigerians
bro.
in Iceland. You know what I mean? Or Greenland.
Yeah.
There was someone saying there was a Nigerian
Just the
man
one.
living in Greenland. And I'm just thinking, how did you get? And yeah, I was talking to my boy the other day, and he lives in Fiji. So like he lives
wow.
there.
Damn.
Yeah, and I was
Different.
like, what? And he's like, I love it here. Grew his hair out. Like he was just,
Yo.
he was just loving it.
Proper,
so I feel like
proper.
Nigerians adapt to anything.
Interesting, man.
So you in Dubai? Did you go back to Nigeria or what?
We didn't go
was your
back
next?
often because you didn't need to. The thing about Dubai also was you could find everything you wanted in Nigeria and Dubai, like everything. Because also it's like 6-7 hours away.
Yeah.
And the border control is not crazy. You could bring anything. Like my stepmom would bring food items,
What a time,
like
man.
dried fish,
I was
stock
say the fish, so is fish.
locust beans. I'm like, how did
Locust
you
beans?
get
Oh, that's
this
a
shit?
banger.
And it smells so bad too.
No,
so you-
but that smells. Bro, that's one of my
strong.
most favorite
It's
things in
strong.
Nigerian cuisine, man.
No way.
So you had everything you wanted over there, everything.
Damn, man. Yeah, I need to experience that.
Have you been?
Craziness. Never been back. Nah, I always say, yeah. I mean, the plan is to touch road this year for sure.
Yeah, Christmas.
Nah, I wish, man.
That's
like a
peak,
little
that's
dirty
beautiful
December or
timing,
something.
yeah.
Nah, it's not. Yeah,
That's
no.
hectic
Couldn't
if you
line
go
up. I
Christmas.
think that'd be too crazy, but I would love to experience that with friends, not family though.
Yeah.
For
For obvious reasons.
I feel like my parents aren't trying to turn up, bro. No one's trying to get lucky, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
so-
but your family's still there, right?
Barely. Barely. A lot of families here, America, UK,
yeah.
Middle East as well,
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah, that's hard when you don't really have family there as well.
It won't pop off.
Yeah,
It just
you're
won't
going to be a
pop off.
tourist in your own place. Yeah.
Oh, literally. But damn, man, Dubai seems like a time, though.
Yeah.
Like to-
And I think it's getting busier and better. My friends are still there. I mean, obviously, there's a lot more happening now. Saudi's coming up as well. I don't know if
Yeah.
you know, Riyadh, Jeddah is going crazy.
They're using sport to change that place.
Didn't they have the fight there?
Yeah, they keep
Francis
having the
and
fights
Anthony.
there. Yeah.
Bro, I've always not tried to understand how just money is nothing in these places. Like you hear people talk about oil money and whatnot, but I'm like, it's at a certain point that it seems like there's no commodity of money even. Like no one's even transacting in money terms anymore. Like you are for like people that are like coming in.
Yeah.
But there I feel like money is not.
At that level,
Do you know what I mean? Like it's like give me the Lambo and I just get the Lambo. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
And
like
it makes
there's no
sense
And it
for
money.
just
both
makes
of us.
yeah for both of us. This
Yeah.
was a great transaction. Yeah, I didn't. It's like I feel like it just seems like that world is not a. I'm gonna give you $250,000. It's like, bro, even the person who owns the Lambo that is selling it is like, I don't even need the money myself. I don't know what it must be in that realm, but I feel like
know
they
what's
just
going on.
it's water.
I watched this video where it's like it feels like everyone in Dubai is a business owner, and I'm like, where are the
Legit.
employees? Like, where?
Who's working?
Like, who's working? You know what I mean?
Actually, did you live in old Dubai or?
We started off in Old Dubai, Knife Road. Everyone knows Knife Road.
Yeah.
It's a market. Like it's
Right,
a
right,
market.
right.
So till 3 a.m., everything is open. People
wow.
are shopping. It's very, very loud. That's where we started off. But eventually we moved to Marina, which is kind of like the newer side of Dubai. So we're there for a bit. But the money there is different because everyone with money comes there.
Yeah.
You know, that's where you come to close
It really
the
is the
deals.
middle of the world as
It
well.
is. It is. So everyone is just there from your top businessmen to your warlords to your politicians.
Yeah.
So that's why there's so much money because this guy's talking billions. Like they didn't really work to amass that money. Yeah. So it's a whole different level there, and you can feel it. Like even if you go out, you know, here you see like one, I don't know, like a Bentley truck, for example.
yeah.
You're
It
like,
stands out.
Bentley truck. You know, but then it's like everyone's pulling up in a
regular,
Bentley
yeah.
truck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Bentley truck. Hectic. I remember, so I think I've said it on the podcast before. The Prince of Qatar, his nephew was in my class. We were pretty good friends. And we were playing football at his house. So it was on his estate. They had 4 mansions, right? So we're at his mum's house on his birthday. We're just playing football outside. someone kicks the ball, hits the Lamborghini, lime green Lamborghini. And I just like, my heart's like, oh my God. And like his mom's just standing on the porch. She's like, don't worry about it. I was like, okay.
That
Damn.
happens here.
Must be nice.
You're finished, bro. Nah.
Severe tackling. Effing this, effing that, effing this.
Yeah,
Bro.
You know what card this is?
Literally, you know who I am? Yo. I've wondered though. I've personally thought like amongst friends and whatnot of taking that risk of a 6-month like stint
Yes.
Yeah.
in a place like a Dubai or a
How
Saudi.
can you do
Saturday.
it 6 months? You need time.
Yeah, bet. Yeah. Hey man.
Okay,
I'll
okay.
do it if it's a year that's needed. Because even at the point in time of having family too, like I'm like, I feel like the risk and potentially the reward of establishing yourself or even some type of a connection or just building something and the fact that it can probably build hopefully a lot quicker as well. Like the resources and people that you can tap into, like grinding for a pod here like 5 years and you finally get a studio in year 4 compared to someone who's got the da-da-da, you set that up, and then I wonder what it means in terms of like culture and building audience, but like infrastructure wise, I'm like, I wonder what you could do in those type of places. And it's like, and now you have like that international link. I'm like, I wouldn't mind doing
It's all
that, taking that
connections.
risk of that stint of like a year of just like, you know what, I'm gonna have to pause life here,
What I know
for a bit and be uncomfortable.
Yeah,
you know?
I was actually thinking before, would you do like a little Lagos in Dubai?
Yeah, I would, but it would definitely be a different kind of little Lagos. Because you can't go in. Look, it's casual, and this is a good question you asked me, because the whole little Lagos thing now we're moving away from everything that people know about it into a whole new model now where it was always supposed to be a venue, a space for us. That was what it was supposed to be. Obviously, we opened during COVID. And the only thing you could do back then was food.
Yes.
Which allowed you to open as a business. So that's why the place always opened up like that and always looked like a restaurant. We had a feel of a restaurant. But now we're done with the whole food. Because when people hear Little Lagos, the first thing they think is food. They just want to eat. And then they come in and they see events and they see activations and they're like, oh, what the fuck, you guys do all of this?
Yeah.
So now we're moving into that, which is why that venue you came to is perfect. There's a rooftop, there's a courtyard. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, I don't even have to eat. I can just come here and screen a movie that's just playing in Nigeria right now. Exactly. So that's where we're moving to now, which I would absolutely do something like that in Dubai because there's nothing like that. But in terms of trying to open a restaurant, absolutely not. Because the game there is different.
Hectic,
bro. I went to 5 restaurants, and one of them was on the Palm, which is like a man-made island, waterfall in front of you. It was the most luxurious.
You have to put so much money up.
Like
there for
I'm not lying. That fit-out would have been $5 million.
Yeah.
The chandeliers was like dripping, and the plates. I was just like, I can't eat.
Yeah,
if I break this plate, I'm not leaving. You know,
Plate is more than the food on it.
It was so luxurious. We went to another one. They had like robots, delivering the food. It was just like very opulent.
Yeah.
So I don't think you can go in there and say I want to do something like that. But a space, absolutely.
Space,
It's crazy because like on my TikTok, I get a lot of like stuff happening in the Middle East, especially Qatar, Saudi, and the Emirates, and like the amount of restaurants in Dubai specifically, like Ethiopian, Iraqi, Nigerian. I've been seeing Sudanese, even like just a whole bunch, and I'm like, they're really tapping. Like everyone has tapped in here to things, and like I remember early on, like when we got to the Middle East, it was like you had shawarma.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much it. As a quick
and
thing.
one Ethiopian restaurant.
Yeah.
There's always an Ethiopian restaurant.
They've been around the Middle East for a long time.
Always one.
But it's cool now seeing like how much it's extended. Obviously, there's the cultural village or
Global Village.
Global Village.
Yeah. The Nigerian culture in Dubai has been around for a bit though. There was always Nigerian restaurants. It was just like it wasn't fancy.
Yeah.
But there was always a place we went to on Fridays. As you know, Friday is the only weekend there. And then we would go there and you just eat.
Yeah.
And it's always been there and people always showed up there.
Yeah. I think there's an element where it's a bit tough because I feel like certain cuisines aren't meant to be fancy setting.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
But you can make it.
Yeah, because now you got
make anything
Afrofusion.
fancy.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
But it's like you honestly you don't get the full experience unless
fancy.
Unless it's
I think
live.
I
hear it a
agree.
bit.
I think I
I
agree.
hear it a bit.
Yeah, Shannon leaves 5 million. You're eating fufu like this.
This doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I agree. Because I
get what I'm
remember even when we went there, the way we were sitting, we were speaking in like low voices, and it's not like we're poor, but we're just like, oh
It's
man,
a
like
bit
doesn't feel
discomforting
right.
it's
slightly.
too shiny.
Yeah.
It's like a therapy food as well when they have the injera like nice and big and they got the meat going around. Like you wanna be comfortable.
relax.
You wanna relax.
I agree.
You don't wanna dress
I
up
actually
and
agree.
I sort of get that.
Yeah,
I think I'm one of the few people as well without injera. I'm not a fan. And I think people hate me for it too.
because it's sour.
The sour taste, man. I just
Nah, but
can't
when you eat
get
with the
past
meat,
We're
it
supposed to
sometimes.
eat it with something.
Of course, but that's but I think I have a very high sensitivity to sour, so I hate sour lollies. Like I just can't. So maybe that also, like, bro, I'll slap bare meat on it,
Yeah.
and it just
Still
the
tastes
sour is cutting through. I'm like, hey man, just give me the dumb spread. Just give me everything else, man.
Just give me the egg.
Bro, literally, bro. Nah, I love those type of like those central hotspots in the world. Like, I think it's cool. We talk about like a Japan and other places where you get that culture and it's just that culture. It's like you go there to experience that culture.
It's unique.
But it's so different when you're in a space and a place where all different cultures are in. Like Australia is a melting pot, but we also don't have heavy emphasis on like religion into that as well. But like in the Dubai, like you have and Qatar, whatever it might be, and Middle East in general, I think does this in a very interesting way of like Christians, Muslims, even
Hindus,
everyone, Jews, and it's everyone's existing in that kind of an environment. And I'm like, you honestly have to for peace sake, but like. And it's just I feel like that's a very unique space to ever exist in. And you end up getting experiences that you can't understand. Like for me, like these guys always talk about like pulling up to like iftar, you know what I mean? I'm like, it's nothing. I'm like, there's not a problem. I'm Christian also, you know what I mean? I'm like, there's not a problem to like, it's a mental hurdle to get over. But I'm like, if I lived in a place like I don't know, like a Qatar, Dubai, I'm like, bro, that's normal. That's the house that you pull up and you break bread with your Muslim
very
brother.
true.
They celebrate maybe Christmas or something with you, or it's like that's what's existing. You know what I mean?
It's probably it's the most multicultural place I've ever been to in my life. Everyone, it's what you say. Your neighbor is Ethiopian. Your neighbor upstairs is Russian. Your neighbor downstairs is like from Tajikistan. It's like you're forced to coexist.
I think it's not just that. I think what happened, for many reasons, but a lot of Middle Eastern countries also, like the racial spectrum for people from the country is very diverse. Right. So like you take like from the north of like this, I'm Iraqi, right? So it's like the north of Iraq to the south, it's like you have the whole color spectrum of humans. Right. And they're all Iraqi. You know, same with like the UAE. Like there's black guys from the Emirates.
Absolutely.
You know? And so it's like that
Even within the country itself.
and so then you've got the color spectrum, you've got the religious spectrum. And so it's like naturally then people come from all over the world and feel seen in some way through this culture. Mad. You said stepmom as well, like you moved with your whole family and going in there too?
We're massive family. My pops got down, he got busy. He's got he's got 4 wives. So
He did a lot of Legos, bro.
Amazing.
but it's very common. We're from Lagos itself, so we're like a big Muslim family. So it's very common out there. Like I think his dad had like 7 wives or something crazy. So you always see
Mashallah,
massive-
this guy.
These guys are always clowning the Sudanese community, but
What,
today,
us Nigerians?
you guys,
No, Nigerians do it more. Even
Listen.
the Christians in Nigeria do it. Even the Nigerian Christians be like 4 or 5 wives. I'm like, why?
You know what? Yesterday, one of the guys at church comes to me, he's like, yeah, so I've got 5 siblings. Well, it's actually like 14, but 5 from my mom.
5
Nigerian guy too, yeah.
Look at that.
Nah, you see what it is, yeah. But maybe it's the way.
But we say sorry about it. You lost your mind.
Like, you know what I mean? Like all the moms
there's
get
no-
love.
no,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what
I think
don't
for us
know.
it's culture and tradition. It's
peak, though.
way before religion, way before Christianity and Islam came. They always had
They
many
were
wives.
popping it off.
They needed the kids to work in the farms. They needed the wives of the
You
mom.
said no one gets it.
I'm not against it.
You're not a kid.
Like I get it. I get how it makes sense culturally back then.
Yeah.
I really
Back
do.
then,
Back
yeah,
then,
it was a
yes.
necessity for it.
Back then.
Now it doesn't make sense at all.
But I mean, because what? How many siblings then extended? You said what? Four wives then.
So I've got, I had 3 sisters from my mom. God bless it, that 2 of them passed away.
Yeah, wow.
So I've still got my sister, and then my stepmom has a daughter. Then my other stepmom has 3 boys, and then there's one stepmom that we just don't literally. I don't know where she.
She didn't get on the flights.
She just dipped. But it's always like that. But you know what? It's interesting about that because everyone has their personality.
Yeah.
But you're all family, like your literal blood. You know what I mean? And you still always feel that connection, even if you don't see each other for like years and decades and times past. But you always go like, yeah, that's my sibling, that's my brother, that's my sister. Yeah, it's always there. But it's very, very common. Like even growing up, we didn't feel weird about it at all because I remember right next to us, there was a pastor. He had the church, Celestial Church of Christ,
with the white.
Yeah, and he's a pastor, and he had 3 wives.
Lost his wife.
And they used to fight a lot. And at first, we didn't even know one of the other women was a wife because we all called her auntie. You know. And then one day they fight, and then she's threatening to leave, and we're like, "Oh, your auntie's leaving." And they're like, "Nah, she's taking the kids." So I'm like, "Why is your auntie taking the kids?" And they were like, "Oh, yeah." I was like, "Why do you have 3 wives and you're a pastor?" So I think that it's more culture and tradition. I don't think it's got anything to do with religion, to be honest.
For sure.
Dang, man, that's an interesting juggle, bro.
Damn, Nigerians move like that?
Oh no, yeah. I remember someone said it in a really good. I forgot what podcast it must have been, but they're like, there was no, especially like if we talk about like ancient times and whatnot. There was never a like God saying, yeah, do this or whatnot. Yeah. But it's like I forgot how he worded it, but it was along the lines of like it can run, but do you want like peace? Or
do you want everything that comes
that?
with it?
Yeah. You have to understand everything that can come with that kind of thing. And like some people, you know, even nowadays, the people that are like, you know, still trying to live that life now, you know what I mean? Like, you know, our friends, parents and whatnot. It's like, it's not conducive. It can't.
No, man.
You know what I mean?
I don't think that shit makes, like, it doesn't make any sense. There's no way you can marry 2 women and say, I love both of you.
Both, yeah.
You're always going to have a favorite. Even with your kids, you're like, yeah, I like this one more. Like, a little bit more than that one. That one's a bit crazy. So how are you going to bring 2? There's no way they're definitely going to feel jealous. And if you do something for A, you got to do it for B. The kids also, like, we were lucky because the way we grew up, we ate at the same table.
Everybody.
Like, we played together. So we didn't really feel like we didn't have the
their
same mom.
family.
Yeah, like any one of the moms can whoop your ass. You know, it was that kind of like a setting. So there wasn't like, oh, my mom or your mom.
Interesting.
But we're very lucky, to be honest, because some families, the kids actually have beef. Because their mothers have beef. And then they got to pick sides and then they fight each other. Yeah. So I don't think it's ever a smart idea. I don't know what they did back in the day. Maybe they had to, like you said, because they needed people to work and they needed kids, but still, I'm pretty sure like it must have been a hard time.
Of course, man. Had to have been, bro. Dad's ready to branch out. Mom's like, I'm happy with how we are right now. Like, I'm chilling. I thought we were good. Dad's like, nah, bro, I think I might open up another farm. Like,
I think I love her.
Man.
I'm so curious like how that whole conversation would have came about as well. Like he was one of those where it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna branch out. Oh, I want to start a second set of family. Or it's like, I'm falling out of love. Like I'm very curious to what actually triggered for them to.
Back in the days and
whatnot. Back in the days.
Yeah, true.
It was like, I can do it and no one can say anything, so maybe why not?
You said mom was Christian.
Mom's Christian, yeah.
Mom still left as well, huh?
Yeah. But funny thing is, my dad only married Christian ladies as well. So I was always like,
and he was Muslim.
Yeah, straight up. Hard Muslim too.
You know what? Yeah. Like.
Why the heck not?
Okay.
Why the heck not?
Why?
What I'm
Why?
saying is,
Why?
I've always like I can Christian women, yeah, especially I think especially Nigerian Christian women, bro, they're not letting go of their of their faith and their belief, right? I always find it interesting of like Muslim woman, marrying Christian guy because I feel like typically the Christian, like it's, to be honest, it's always the guy. It's always the guy that is like, in both things, the guy is always the one that's typically probably a lot more laissez-faire with his religion and spirituality, I think. So like a Muslim guy with a Christian woman,
he's doable.
Probably, just kicking his all, and then also Christian guy with a Muslim, the Christian guy is also probably like kicking it in his face.
The thing with like, I think southwestern Nigeria, because Nigeria is massive. There's always something, whenever I'm having a conversation about Nigeria, it's like literally a planet by itself. So wherever you go, dude, things are very different. So if you're in the southwest, like the Yoruba area of Nigeria,
Number one.
you get to see a lot of those because religion actually is like a second thing in that area.
So
Culture comes first.
Just first, yeah.
Yeah, culture comes first. So you would find a lot of things would happen which might not be along religious lines. So Muslims will marry Christians, Christians will marry Muslims. Muslims will celebrate Christmas in Lagos, and you're like, but you're Muslim. So it's more of a cultural thing. That's why you see a lot of
That going
those.
down there.
I think if you go to the north, it's a whole different story.
That's more Muslim, right?
Yeah, that's more Muslim. And I think
And
in the southeast,
lockdown
it's more
Muslim.
Christians as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So it'll be very hard for you to find. But in the southwest, nah. Like you see a mosque here, and then there's a church here, and then there's like a weird traditional
Something in between.
something in the
Yeah,
middle,
yeah.
and they all like talk to each other and celebrate together. So I think culture is definitely the big thing, and their religion is probably second or third even.
Very interesting dynamic, man, to exist within. Yeah, I feel like then, especially if you're like trying to practice your faith in that area, then you almost have to like you have
to be strong.
You really be holding on to it. Yeah, you're the one that's like evangelist. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're the one holding on. Yeah. I don't know if you know the Redeemed Christian Church.
I do.
Where would that be? That would be southeast.
Yeah, southwest.
South. Oh, so that's southwest. In the midst of all of that.
Yeah, it grew out of the southwest.
Right.
Pastor Adeboye.
Yeah.
So they're Yoruba as well. But yeah, they definitely grew out of the south. I mean, now they're everywhere. I think they even
There's like
Here
3
as
or
well?
4 here.
I heard.
in Melbourne.
Yeah, that's wow. But yeah, that's
That's where I came from. Yeah, that was the church that we were at before. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. That's a massive organization, that one. Like, when I got to Australia and I found out they had branches in Australia, I was shocked. I was like,
This is a
"Wow,
pyramid scheme.
that's a lot." They had in Dubai as well.
Word.
Yes, yeah.
Hey, if the
Jeez.
church is looking nice too, bro, that's a vibe. I can't lie. Or was it just it was church?
Yeah.
If it's looking nice too, like Dubai standard of like
It's always
class.
vibes.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it's always music and everything. Because again, culture seeps into it. You know, praise and worship, all of that.
Damn, man. What's it like growing up there with that dynamic then? You know.
You just look, you balance it. Like you find it's funny because all these things you would call trauma and all of that. Like back then, I don't think we knew what the hell we were doing.
Yeah.
You know, because so we celebrated Christmas. We went to church. We went to Quranic school. We learned Arabic. You know, to read the Quran. And then all our friends would be Christians. So Christmas, we're all eating. Everyone's happy. Eid, we're getting dressed. We're getting our money. You know what I mean? So as a kid, I think you actually enjoy it because everything.
You're
is
doing
celebrated.
everything.
Best
Yeah.
of both worlds.
Yeah. And I think for me, it taught me tolerance, to be honest with you. For both religions, for all religions, you know what I mean? So when you see a Muslim fanatic or a Christian fanatic, you're just like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because, I know so many Muslims and I know so many Christians. And I'm like, if you take away the fanatism aside, they basically want the same thing. Like people who are spiritual, you want to pray to God, you want to go to God, you want to go to heaven. That's the ultimate goal. I think you have to have that tolerance because you're literally were in Arabic school on Friday and now you're in church on Sunday. And sometimes they preach against each other, like, oh, only Christians are going to heaven or only Muslims are going to heaven. But you're like, I was just in church.
So what do I do now?
Where do I
Where
fall?
am I going now? You need to create like a place for us.
For sure, a tough balance in that way to
Yeah.
kind of exist. And I think I was talking about how I was having a conversation with a Muslim guy last year or not, and we were both just talking and expressing our faith. And it's funny because you can definitely be tolerant and accommodating in terms of like allowing people to express themselves and be them. And then it's like at the back of both of our minds, I know for sure, I'm like, hey, brother. And I know at the back of his mind, he's like, hey, come my way. You know
Come
what
through
I'm
this
saying?
way.
But I think at the core, it ends up being like that, though. You know, I think it's a very interesting dynamic that you've had to grow up and actually experience. But I think you've had that too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I got Muslim mum and then Christian dad.
Oh, wow. So that's
Yeah,
even
so it was the
opposite.
opposite.
Yeah.
But I
Which
don't
one of
even
them
know-
was stronger in the faith? Because there's always one that's a bit more like...
It was definitely, I would say, my mum.
Okay.
In terms of like, she practiced, she did the Ramadan every month.
Yeah.
She used to pray. The praying was on and off like daily and stuff, but she still did it in terms of like my dad going to church wasn't like a regular thing.
Right.
So for us, a lot of
Also,
the times.
your mum's the one that was here with you most as well, too.
Yeah. My mum was the one that was with us most of the time. So most of the times we'll be like, oh, okay, she's doing Ramadan. Let's, fast
do
with
it.
her.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't really understand the depth of it or like, okay, what does this actually mean spiritually? But we were like, oh, she's doing it. Let's just do it as well. It wasn't until like I got to an age where I was like, I can understand this type of stuff for myself, that I was like, all right, let me decide where it is I want to go.
Pick a side.
Pick a side. But it's funny because my mum, when we went back home a few years ago, she got grilled by her sisters because she let my brother get baptized.
Oh,
and so for them, they were like, oh, like, how dare you? Why would you let him go get baptized? To be honest, I let it slip and I accidentally told him.
There was that one kid. That was the day your mom said, I hate playing with my kids.
She pulled me to the side and was like on the verge of beating me. She's like, why would you say that? So for me, I didn't realize it was such a big deal because I was like, oh, why did they let you get married to him in the first place?
If it was such a
if
big
it was such a big deal
Yeah.
that, you know, your children can't get baptized and stuff, why did they let you go off and get married to him? And so, yeah, it was a very big deal back then, but I don't know if they still know. Me, myself, I got baptized too. But
They know now.
yeah, they know now.
When someone in Sudan's watching this,
Hey, for real.
Yeah.
You're getting a call Wednesday night, bro.
But it was interesting because, like, even just me as Christian and full practicing and stuff now,
Practicing
for me,
sounds so funny.
practicing. At the end of the day, I'm always like, I look at my mom and I'm like, oh, I wish, you know, that you could also, you know, I guess convert in a way, because I see her, she does as well. Sometimes she comes to church with us for Christmas, you know, Easter, like she'll do the celebration, but I think it's more because of like, my kids are doing this.
Yeah.
Like, let me not isolate myself from it. Let me try and be a part of it and have that connection through it. But I can tell it's hard for her as well because she's like, oh, you guys have found your own footing in terms of like spiritually. But for me, it's not something that I'm ready to let go of. And
Faith is a very
Yeah.
big thing. Like, faith is crazy. Like, my mom, I think all of my life that I've known her, she's always praying for my dad to convert.
Yeah.
And I'm just, at one point I was like, you're delusional. Like, he's not going to convert.
going
Maybe on his dying bed, he's like, okay. Like, what's the point then? But she actually believed. I'm like, well, you knew he was Muslim when you married him. So now why are you trying to convert him? Just leave him alone kind of thing. But she strongly, I think that's her dream. If you ask her, what do you want in your life? She'd be like, oh, I want him to convert, to see the light. To come. I'm like, he thinks he's in the light.
Yeah,
He thinks you're in the dark. You know?
Yeah, there's the
And I
contrast
think that's
there.
it. And that's just what faith is, you know?
Bro, I realized, like, as people, even the people that don't have some kind of a like subscription to any kind of faith too, I
believe
still
something.
holding on to something. And if the something is nothing, then that's something too.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
100%.
she's still holding on to the knowledge of something, even if that something is a absence
Higher
of it. You know what I
power,
mean?
whatever it is.
And it's like, bro, we really are built as people that really need and I guess crave that ultimately. And I just find it very interesting the way that everyone finds their footing and their route in that as well. Like, at some point, there's just some kind of an experience that's like, you really can't explain it in a human sense. And you're like, hey, bro, I might have to now go try to find what this light might be. You know what I mean? Like there's just inherently, it's there. You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
it's childhood. For me, at least, it's 100% childhood. Because whatever you go through your childhood, whatever you believe, whatever you've made to believe, whatever you've been told, that shit stays with you. Yeah. So the older you get, even if you say you're not religious, you still say thank God when something good happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're still subscribing to some higher power there that kind of looked out for you. So I probably, at least for me, that's what it is. Because like, my sister's a Christian, right? So like kind of like your mom, I go to church, clap, dance. You know, Nigerian church is late.
Banging.
And it's just like, this is amazing. It doesn't necessarily mean like I'm gonna like fully believe in that now, but at that moment in that space,
It's popping off.
it's popping. Yeah,
These guys all right.
I was like, praise God, man. Yeah, man. Oh, that's
So with that type, like growing up in that type of dynamic, where are you now?
I think, you know, as a boy, you know, I was always around my dad, so you know, Islam is the natural path,
yeah.
like, you know what I mean. But it's still the same thing. Like, you still try to like find the balance, because I actually, like, I was raised as a Christian, because, you know, you spend a lot of time with mom. And then you're not saying you're not going to church, because that's a beating. And then when you're in church, you're feeling it, you're into it. You're like, for me, it just comes to tolerance, really. You know, I can go to church, I can go to mosque, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like your faith doesn't define who you are. There's a lot of shitty people on both sides. There's a lot of good people that don't believe in anything. You know what I mean? So I think it's just more about like trying to be the best person you can, whether you're Christian or Muslim, doesn't really matter.
that kind of space.
Random question. You said obviously you don't eat pork because of religious reasons.
Yeah.
Does anyone in Nigeria eat pork? Like, is it part of the cuisine?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Run it up, man.
Yeah, my mom
Your
eats. My mom
family
eats
does,
pork.
yeah.
Run
Loves
it
it
up.
too. Yeah.
Like, is it part of the cuisine?
Yeah. And she loves it too. They eat pork. It's just not a very common meat. Because goat, chicken, beef,
That's
but
running
they
it
eat
up.
pork.
Yeah.
Like, for us, like, even though we're, like, our whole family's Christian, like, it's not part of the, like, there's no cultural dish that has
I'm gonna
pork.
find it.
And, like, I don't think we have pigs. So my mum has never cooked pork in her life.
Yeah. Now
Like,
my
ever.
mom cooked pork.
Yeah, okay,
well,
okay.
yeah.
Oh.
Now they eat pork. There's actually farms as well. Like where they like grow, but it's just not very. Maybe it's expensive.
Probably.
It's
Yeah.
not worth producing or something.
Maybe it's
yeah.
expensive. Yeah. And I don't think pigs are native to Nigeria anyway.
Yeah.
So
That makes
yeah,
sense.
and there's goats everywhere. So
Yeah,
it's
so
like,
you
why
might as well
you-
run up that
Why-
goat
Why,
stew.
why are you looking for pig?
Why you looking for goat when there's a goat right there?
Yeah, that makes sense actually.
Oh my days, man. Nah, that's a time though, man. But nah, you're posted up here now, though. Life is very different.
Yes.
Families everywhere, though. So you
Families
got
everywhere. I'm the only one here in Australia still, so no one has come to visit me yet. In case they're watching, but yeah, I feel like it's just too far for everyone.
Yeah, it is very
and they
far.
just like but Canada, I got family in Canada, the UK, of course, you know, London, Nigeria, the US as well. But yeah, I'm been here now. What 6, 7? It's my 7th year.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Man. It's very disjointed, broken period of time to have been here as well. Though, like
Yeah.
it's half of enjoyment and half.
I've locked down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
Like
much.
2.5 years of good life, to be honest.
You know what
No,
I mean?
you guys had it bad.
yeah,
bro,
man.
honestly.
We
It
went
wasn't
through it.
that bad.
Nah,
for us.
it was
I
a bit
was
off for you
out
guys,
during
yeah.
COVID. I was literally, I had a ride to work because I had a venue, so I was out every day. Honestly, I was like taking that train by myself. I was riding my bicycle.
Out and about.
Yeah, so it wasn't too bad in Sydney. I mean, we had like maybe 6 months of mad, intense lockdown.
Yeah.
After that, we were pretty much outside. We just had like little rules to follow. You guys were on a whole.
Yeah, we were
bad.
definitely we were finished.
I was watching you guys like how.
Oh wow.
Really?
Yeah,
We're gonna have to
Someone's going to do a documentary about
study it. Yeah, we're gonna have to study it at some point.
It's actually not normal.
Yo,
I keep, like, I don't know why, like, the last week I was talking about this with someone, and I said, like, I regret even following the rules a little bit.
Yeah.
It was such BS.
Yeah.
It was such a waste of my life.
Everyone was
Everyone
was scared of that shit. No one knew. I remember before they had the vaccine, I was like, this is it, we're all gonna die. You know? And then they had the vaccine, people were like, we don't want the vaccine. And I was like, oh, the vaccine is gonna kill you. So I was like, so either way, we're still gonna die.
You know what was killing me? It's like all the people that are like mildly religious started going, this is the end. It's the end. God's coming back. I was like, all right.
It felt like it the one
felt-
time.
nah, nah, nah.
It felt
One time I
like
said
it.
the end
At
is
the
the time,
start,
bro.
Yeah.
it was like, holy
Oh,
crap.
man.
Like none of us, not even our parents, has ever even lived through something like that to say, oh, this is how it's going to
Definitely.
be. So like I walked out one time and the street was dead.
Yeah.
And people were, I was just like, whoa, like this is actually surreal. Nothing was moving on the streets. So it did feel like that. I can see why people would like start, you know, asking for forgiveness of their sins. And I think I messaged two people. I was like, yo, I'm sorry we had beef. I want to be the bigger person here. Let's squash it.
Let's let it go.
They got rid of restrictions. Message he said, hey, nah, F you.
Yeah,
man, fuck you, bro.
I never trusted you.
I said the beef is on.
I was joking.
on
Yeah. Be back on
That was
again.
a crazy period.
On.
Nah, it's
Crazy
yeah, it's a
period.
time to study for real. Nah, I think as much as we're all even like past it and whatnot, we haven't I don't think we've even like looked at the self that we had at that time. Like no one's tried to like break down ours like how I actually was thinking or not. We remember moments and times what we did, how we kept ourselves busy, whatnot. But in terms of how we shaped, I can't even try to remember like who I was,
It was
a little
like-
bit before. You know what I mean? Like leading into it. I think everything was vibes. Coming out, I'm like, bro, life is serious.
Yeah.
We gotta lock it down. We gotta strap in, boys. You know,
We were happy before. Like, we don't remember. You know how you were happy before COVID? It's like you don't remember how happy you were.
just happy, man.
You're just happy.
Time.
Like life was going.
Bro, but now I'm
And
like,
also, we didn't know it would last that long.
Yeah.
You know, no one kind of
No
knew
one knew,
what it
yeah.
would look like, how we would come out on the other side. I remember thinking, oh, it'll be a short thing. Because we just opened our venue then. So we still had all the furniture wrapped up in plastic.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, yeah, we'll come back like next month and we'll unwrap everything.
Next month thing come.
Next minute, we're like, oh shit.
Yeah, wow.
All right, man. How many venues now that you got? Because you got Brisbane too.
Permanent, yeah. But we're not too sure about Brisbane at the moment. So we're kind of like, we might shut down Brisbane actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, man, they're hurt. Sorry, guys.
If you're listening in Brisbane, but we don't want it to come as a shock as well because the community there is massively behind it. But it's just more about, like I said, we're moving into a new phase now of the business, and the Brisbane one is amazing because it's 2 levels and it's got like the first floor we've managed to convert that into a space, but there's no access to it except through the restaurant.
Right.
So it's a pain. And then when we try to create another access, council and if you ever had to deal with council in Australia, you would actually hang
They're so slow, yeah.
They're so slow
And not open.
they're not open. Like, it's mad because, you know, you go this is what drives me mad. I have to rant. When they go to other cities in the world, your Londons and your New York, they're like, oh, I love it here. Yeah. It's like, you know why? Because they open their ideas and they allow people to thrive. That's why you love it here. If they run things the way you guys run it, you wouldn't like it there. You know, like, you go to places in London, there'll be a venue like this. Jamaican spot here, Nigerian spot there, Barbados spot there, and everyone's happy. Like the council's like, yeah, just get all your licenses, trade. In Australia, it's like, even where we are, they had to make us get another food license, even though the venue already has a food license. And then they had to come and do another inspection to inspect the same thing.
That's already there.
Honestly, it's all just job creation for these
job
people.
creation and money. You know, and this is small business. It's $800 just for you to be like, you just checked it yesterday. You know, so I think that's what happened in Brisbane as well. We tried so hard. We did like a block party that went off because we had a laneway. So we did this block party in the laneway, bro. It went
That's
off.
that New York vibes. You know what I mean?
They loved it. It was in the paper. You would think they're like, let's make that a thing. No, you need a license for the license to have a license to do that. And I'm just like, we just did the same thing. No one died. Everyone had a great time. We had everything was rolling. We made money so that you guys can get your GST so that we can pay. Like everyone made money, and then they sent back the requirements the next time to actually make it a permanent thing. I was like, are you actually joking?
Yeah.
And I was just like, there's no way it's
not
going to
sustainable.
entertain it. It's not. So I think that's what we're struggling with the Brisbane one. It's just like we're trying to turn it into this thing and they're just like, no, you need to...
Walking back,
I had to go talk to a planner, like an urban planner. I didn't even know what that was. And then this person came in and it was like, the bill was like 7,000. So I was like, dude, you see that big thing? It's called a door. Just buy it.
Yeah, let me see how your shoulders look. Carlson and I were talking about this right before the shoot, and we were saying like how in other countries, or especially like back home and stuff, it's like they don't take everything so serious, and it's kind of what ruins our countries, to be honest. But also what makes things a bit more fun. Like here, everything is like it's by the book and this and that, and it's good.
That's how we have universal healthcare. Though.
It is. But then it's like it ruins just having a good time. Like even for example, we did like a TD and Friends event, right? A little while ago. And it was great and whatnot. And it was a hot day, and I was like, I think we should sell ciders.
Right.
So I just went and bought some ciders. Sold it, and I think they were very necessary. And someone goes, oh, I think you need a liquor license. I don't think so. I think we're having fun.
I think it's good.
But then I thought about it. I was like, all right, let's say someone underage here, and I didn't know they were. And they go, and then they get in a car crash. I was like, You start thinking about it, I'm like, this is not good.
Look, there has to be a balance. You're right. Universal healthcare is great, but we're taxed out of our ass. So it's like we're one of the few countries where the expenditure of the government, it literally runs on what they generate from us. Like, what do we export? What do we sell? How do we? Small businesses run the economy. Go anywhere in the world. It's a small business because you buy a pair of shoes from me. I get my hair cut from you. You know, my girl gets a braid done from her. You come to eat. That's how you run it. But when you like strangle those small businesses, then I'm gonna just get a job and earn 30K and pay 30K in taxes. You know what I mean? And then buy a house and mortgage is 40, and I'm like, now you're stuck.
Yeah.
in that system. And you're like, yeah, you're right. You can go to Bali once a year, but is the economy of the country actually growing? It's not.
You'd be happy for 5 days stint. That's it.
And it's Bali too, you know. And then like you have to save twice as hard to go to anywhere else. So it's like you really wish sometimes they just step back and go, yo. This guy's trying to sell shoes. Yeah. He's trying to open a barber shop. They can literally be in the same spot. They don't need 2 licenses and 2 rents. You know what I mean? Because another thing is you got the landlords. One guy owns like 20 properties. So there's a monopoly on it. And he can charge whatever the fuck he wants. Yeah. So I want to open a barber shop. You want to sell shoes. She wants to do braids. We all need to go rent a shop. Yeah. We all need to pay this and that. And it's just like, it's too much.
The more successful you become in business, the more employees you get and everything, are you becoming more conservative?
Oh shit! No, I can answer that. I had to think about it for a minute because I have a very good friend of mine. He's like so liberal, it's like liberal party, and he's always like, you don't get it. They're good for businesses and all of that. And I'm like, no, I do get it. But here's the thing with me, and I'm not trying to be like morally whatever. You're right. Yeah. I'll give you the best example. Minimum wage. Yeah. It's about to go up again. Yeah. Small businesses are crying. Yeah. Because it does hurt.
It does hurt. Yeah.
Like it's a lot. Like last year we paid 400K in wages. Wow. Yeah. That's just the wages. Yeah. Don't forget super on top of that. Yeah. So add another 11%. Yeah. Like even if you made $1 million, that's almost half the money right now. Yeah. Haven't paid rent, haven't bought anything. Yeah. So it does hurt. But this is the way I always look at it. It's not as if these people earning minimum wage are balling. Yes. Yeah. It's literally minimum wage. So that's the shitty part that even these guys getting minimum wage can barely pay their rent. Yeah. You know, and once they've paid their rent, they're just back to square zero. So yes, as a small business owner, you're crying because now you got to pay someone $50 on a weekend. Yeah. And on a public holiday, it's like $60 just for them to show up to work. Yeah. You don't even know how much you're going to make, but you have to pay. But I would gladly pay because when I look at these people, a lot of them are students. Yeah. School fees are crazy. Some of them are not from the city, so they have to rent in the city because we're in the city. Yeah. You can't afford to live in Newtown or Fitzroy where my venues are. Yeah. It's impossible. So you got to travel an hour just to get back home, just to come back to work. And this is still minimum wage.
And your business doesn't run without them.
It does not. It does not Absolutely not. You know what I mean? So you're right. You have these moments where you're like, but you can't be conservative because it's not like that's a better option. It's not like, they have such an amazing plan because at the end of the day, yes, they're trying to protect small businesses, but you need to have a holistic view of the whole thing and you need to have compassion. I said to my sister the other day, I was like, now I think I know why rich people are just mean. Like, they just mean. They have no compassion because they're just like, it's just business. But I don't think that's the way to live life. I don't think you can run life
just
and just like
business.
When you see people with billions and they're still like, I'm going to charge this much rent. It's like, bro, you can afford to like literally let that go for half. And you'll be fine. Honestly, you'll be private jet fine. And they're just like, nah, it's just business. And my lawyer said one thing to me once. It shook my soul. He was like, you can never expect people to bring compassion into business. It's like, you should never expect that. You should never expect this guy to be nice to you in business. So you have to prepare for that.
Yeah. It's like ultimately that's what we would want in a life. And just as someone living as a human, ultimately you would hope that that's how people are. Yeah. But it's tough for that to be an expectation as well.
Business sometimes.
And they tell you business is not personal, which, I get it. But I just think
I'm a person.
Like a humane society as well. Like a little bit of a humane society. And it goes both ways. Like the other day, I saw this kid run up to our venue in Brisbane and it was time to tag it, just deface it. And I literally ran out because I was on the window and I could see the kid. And I was like, what the hell is this kid doing? So I run out and I just literally did this whole beautiful panel to put posters on, grabbed the kid and she's like, it was a he, sorry. He was like, I thought this building belonged to a rich white man.
Did you not know if it was he or she because it's Fitzroy?
It was Brisbane. So he's fully going like, you should be on my side. I'm trying to fight the system.
That's so interesting. I thought it was a rich white man that owned it.
And it is a rich white man that owns it, but I'm renting it, bro.
But that's such an interesting flip of like instantly now, my bad. I don't know if that's how he reacted.
He kind of was, first of all, shocked. At first thought I was a traitor because I worked for the rich white man, and I said no, I pay rent. I was the one who did this whole thing. And what pissed me off was I spent money to like make the site nice so that we could put posters for events in the city, and then they just spray graffiti like the system, all of that. So finally he was just like, yeah, sorry, I thought it was like some rich white man that owns it, so yeah, we have to fight the system. And I was like, well, first of all, you don't know who owns it. You've just destroyed my property.
And this is not the way to fight the system.
And this is not the way to fight the system.
That's not gonna do
just
anything.
destroying things, just running around being wild, and you think you've done some good.
Yeah.
Like, how does that make any sense? And even if it was a rich white man, maybe he employs people that work there.
Exactly.
You know, so it's just a balance, and I feel that's the scary thing with society right now. We're getting to the extremes. Everyone is moving into their camps, and they're sitting in their camps, and it's like,
There's no understanding.
Not anymore. And then, you know, I got told off once when, I don't know what was happening. It was a protest or something. Someone's like, you need to come to this I was like, you need to shut the fuck up. You don't tell me what to do.
Hey, that's a clip.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, because there's no understanding. You just want chaos. You want to fight and destroy shit. And it's like, why?
Hey, how they take that?
Like, yeah.
What a response.
I think for me, that's when you say you're more conservative, definitely not. I still think that there's still a big part of society that needs a lot of help.
Yeah. Daniel and I went to a protest once.
Yeah.
And it was worth it. Like, I don't regret it.
Days. I don't think we ever spoke about this properly, eh?
But we
let's talk about it.
We
don't have to say the protest.
Yeah, so we went to a protest.
Yeah.
And neither of us have been to one before.
Yeah.
And we get there and it's like, it's cool, you know, we march around the city, all this kind of stuff. And then I remember there's one point we looked at each other and we just went,
I think they're wrong.
we're still going?
You're tired now?
They're like, this is still going. And I think what we both realized, we're like, there's nothing wrong with protest. If it's needed, it's needed.
Absolutely.
100%, right?
Yes.
But I think for us and connections we have and conversations we're good at having, and also it's like, we were just like, this is not the way for us to protest necessarily. Maybe sometimes it will be.
Yes.
But
not this
I'd
way.
much rather get me in a room with somebody who can make decisions and let me have a conversation with you. Right? Like, I think it's more fruitful. And I think then you start looking around and you're like, all right, there's a lot of people here that are just like
Emotionally charged, maybe.
Emotionally charged is fine, but it's like, you're just here because everyone else is here.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, now you want to be a bit destructive, you want to be a bit this, and it's like, well, that's not me. You know?
I think the question is, what are you doing to change? Like, we all want change. Everyone wants things to change. But what exactly are you doing? What are the concrete, physical things that we're doing to make change? Like, one thing I love about Melbourne is how people collaborate here. I noticed it even before I moved here. Everyone is working with someone. Why? There's strength in numbers. You know what I mean? Now you're building your little organization. Now you have a stronger voice. Like you said, now you can get into that room and be like, this has to change. You need to stop these liquor laws. You need to do this. You need to do that. And now they're listening. Do you know what I mean? You're putting yourselves in a position of power where you're coming with more resources because you've combined your strength together. And I always, even with podcast, I think you guys, you did a podcast where all the people who did podcasts came together. It was a little event. Now everyone, if I wasn't following your podcast, I was following someone else, Bittersweet. Now I'm onto that. So,
you know, that was literally the reason why we had so many people on the lineup for the thing, is because we were like, that way everyone comes, everyone's audience comes, everyone shares it.
100%.
It works for us, but also helps everybody else.
100%. It's constructive, you know, and I think that's where the focus should be. So, and I think that's what you guys have been doing very well with the creatives. I notice people always working together. There's always 2 brands joining, 3 brands joining together. And I think that's where we should be moving towards too. And like you said, protests are great. It's good to amplify your voice. But when we come back from the protest, what are we doing? Are we sitting down and going, this is the plan, this is what we're going to do? Or
we're just drinking honey tea to fix our voices from screaming, bro. You know? Now, even I think it's very powerful, and people know this, but I think a lot of people don't now sit down and practically think about how do we get that whole strength in numbers thing. Because even from a community point of view, like, we have a community organization. Actually, we even we profiled you for the Amari Gala.
Yes,
actually,
I
right?
saw that. Yeah. Look at that night. Like, I was looking at I watched the whole thing and I was like, black people look nice. What? Like, everyone dressed up. Did you see that? It looked like the BET awards. It was beautiful. But like recognizing each other. Everyone was in the room. Everyone was dressed nice. It was a beautiful thing to see. And that was all by the community.
For real. And that's what we're realizing. We're like, even moving into this year, we're like, we've done a lot of stuff off the strength of our own backs. I'm like, nah, man, we need that whole collaborative partnership model now. Like, that's how things have to move because especially now we're at a point where we are able to tap into some other resources and whatnot too. We're like, bro, let's try to trickle that down slightly and just take over now, you know, like, and actually like do things now that's like afterwards people 5 years from now will be like, because I attended this or I made this connection or whatnot, my life is now this. And it's like, that's the tangible change that we want to see compared to like, we just do stuff. And like, I feel like we've done that for a long time. You do stuff and things happen. People get used to it. You lose a bit of the meaning, you lose some of the impact, and it's like, bro, we're just you burn out, you know. But if you're getting the reward from looking back and like, bro, this is changing lives, or this is connecting people, this is plugging people, it's so worth it at that point. And like, as much as you get the internal gratification of like actually doing things with impact, the impact is also happening now, like, and there's things happening from that. So it's like you win-win, you know, for sure with the collaboration. So it's definitely
collaboration is big, man.
I think that's the thing. I like the way that I like the branding that you have for Little Legos, Lecky as well. Like I like how it shows a very for the people kind of look too, but in a professional way. You know? And then I think what I've really liked as of recent, like I think about like Avola Foods as well, where it's like it's easy to set up shop and just run that. But then now to like tap into the people and be like, create a space for it too. The pop-ups and recognizing like moments and now you have creatives that are like, yo, I want to run an event. I'm coming to your spot. Not because like there's so many places people can go to run things, but it's like this brings a certain vibe. This becomes a home. Come home. You know what I mean? Like that's you guys' tagline, you know?
It's always been like that. Whenever I'm in any city, I go and eat at the other African restaurants. And it's trippy, right? Because sometimes I walk in and they're just like, what the you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm here to eat. Like, I don't know what you're on. I don't know what you're thinking. And then they're like, you have a whole plan. I'm like, yeah, so? Like, you know what I mean? And I go Etsy Band all the time. Shout out Angie. And first time I walked in, she was just like, oh my God. She was like flustered. I was like, well, you know what? I'm here to eat and I'll be here. And I go to all Black-owned venues. I go to restaurants. I go to my community spot, like, because it's a micro economy. And that's what a lot of people don't like really understand. It's not just about the barbershop or getting your hair done. It's about everything else, like your accountant, your lawyer. Sometimes Black people don't want other people to know their business. It's like, oh, I don't want him to know how much money I'm making because then he might talk. But I think that's a wrong mentality to have because that micro economy can grow. Like the more you guys keep feeding into each other. So it was always about that. Like the spot in Sydney, we've done everything there. And we just take out all the tables. You know, when Thames manager was here, we got Muiwa, that's his name. We did like an in-conversation with him. And then he came through and we had all these people come to hear from him. I learned that day. Because, you know, you look at Thames, great artist, everything. She was like, I'm in Australia. I didn't even know people knew me here. She's selling out shows. So we're talking to this guy. We're like, tell us your journey. Like the people here want to know, this girl from Lagos, how is she all over the world now?
Man. For
like
real,
no real album out yet. And
Yeah.
she's won a Grammy. And then when we had that in conversation, trust, people came up to Muiwa and he felt like, okay, And they were asking him, and he's like, this is our journey. They're very religious, they're very spiritual, they're very connected to their faith. And he was like, we don't betray our values for anything. We will say no to a deal if it doesn't align with our values. So you guys should learn that. I took something from that. I promise you. And then I'm not going to name the company because they're massive. But I got this request from this company, come and do this, come and do that. And I was like, nah. It doesn't align with my value. And I felt so good because normally I would have been like, oh, it's good for the brand, you know, it's good partnership. And I was like, we're not going to do it. And then they came back, they were like, really? We're like, do
you know who we are?
But they respected that. And then she was like, you know what, let's catch up and let me know what aligns with your value because we really want to work with you.
That's nice. That's dope. That's how you know you got cracked.
That's how you know.
You've got cracked.
They're like, give me more.
That's what's up.
So I was like, that's how it works. Because, you know.
Because now you can get that and you're not compromising. Crazy. What a place to exist in, you know?
So it's like, so you really want this, huh? Okay, well, this is how it's going to move. And I took that away from that conversation because I would think at their level, people like Thames, I would think they'll be scared to say no because they can get blacklisted, they can get blocked up, but they were like, no, if it doesn't align, it doesn't align. So that's always been the thing about Little Legacy. It was always just I die to collaborate. Like when someone hits me up and they tell me they have an idea, I'm like, yes. Like you haven't heard, I'm like, yes, let's work it out, let's do it, let's make sure it's great. And that was what I loved about Mari Gala. It wasn't just done, you know, it was done like class.
Done well,
everyone dressed up, like everyone showed up, and I was like, this is such a beautiful thing to see.
Hopefully we'll see you next year, bro.
Definitely, we're here now, so
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So at your restaurant, you had people like Omale come through, Thames manager come through.
Everyone.
How does that make you feel? What goes through your mind when you get that phone call saying, "Yo, Omale trying to eat that jollof"?
It's like they're shocked that we exist.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I don't blame them because I also thought Australia was very wide. I was like, oh, you're not going to find anything. So they land and they're already thinking I'm going to have to eat pizza or burger. And then they're like, nah, there's Little Lagos. And then, like you said, they look at the branding, they jump on Insta, they're like, oh, yeah, this is
proper.
solid.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, nah, we're actually going there. So we've just been so happy to be able to give them that space when they're here. Some of them can't come in because they're quite massive. And I'm like, I don't have security money. I don't want like 5,000 people showing up because you're here. So maybe stay in your hotel and we'll send the food to you. But it's a beautiful thing because when they come in, 9.9 times out of 10, they're so chill. They're super humble. They're just happy to be
Come home, innit? Just people.
Yeah, and I'll always tease them. I'm like, bro, you just left Lagos. Why do you want to eat a goosey nugget? They're like, bro, when I'm away from home, I actually
miss home.
So it's nice, it's beautiful. For them, it's like there's a piece of home. When we opened up in Brisbane, it was perfect timing for Promised Land. Because they were all in the Gold Coast.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So they were all like, oh, yes. Just, you know, so we were running food back and forth. We had our food truck there as well. So it's for them, I think they're happy and they're so proud. Like Asha, who's Davido's manager, was fully doing a video there. He's like, guys, I'm in Sydney. There's Little Lagos here. I'm like, bro, you manage Davido. Like, send me that video. Let me post it. But he was so proud. He's like, bro, this is insane. Israel Adesanya, came through. Who else?
He's a good guy. He just seems like a good guy.
Israel?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like we watch all his fights in the restaurant. But yeah, a lot of them are just you know when you're Nigerian, these are your people.
Yeah. You feel safe. You feel at home when you're around.
You talk like they are superstars. But when they're in that space and they're talking to you, bro, we're laughing about the same jokes. We're like, laughing. You know, Nigerians laugh, we're like pushing each other. We're like, oh my god, you know. And you're
bro,
like, whoa.
man pushed Thames manager too hard. Let me run it back a little bit.
You forget what you're doing for a second.
We always have this conversation where Daniel always says if he was back
I messed up.
If he was back in Nigeria right now, he feels like he could have been.
I'd be Burna Boy's videographer.
Yeah. Like he could have been really.
That.
Do you ever feel that?
100%. It's a country of opportunities, and there's so much happening.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's what you said earlier about leaving and saying I'm gonna go there for 6 months. I'm gonna go there for 1 year. If you actually do that, and you're driven and you have the hustle, trust me, you'll make it happen. Like there's so much happening. There's 25 million people in Lagos. Just wrap your head around that.
That's Australia.
One city.
Literally.
So how are you not going to make something happen? You know, especially going with the skill set that you have, and being then connecting. Okay, I know this guy. Okay, I know that guy. Yeah, come. My boy was there. Hamid is releasing his photo book now, and he ended up like shooting
Wait. Hamid Arabo?
No, Hamid Akinwande.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a friend called Hamid from Nigeria that released a photo book. Okay, right. I was like, this is how many Nigerians are doing that?
Yeah, he's actually doing the launch on the 20th, I think, here in Melbourne. The one in Sydney. But yeah, he ended up, I think, backstage for Oxlade or someone, just random. That guy, we they go, oh, you they go, here, come. He got there, took out his camera, started taking photos. They looked at the photos, they're like, oh, you're good, you know? And then he's like, shit, I have to go back to Australia because that's actually
dang.
So I do think so. And look, I would recommend it if you actually want to give it a go and say, look, 6 months, no, not 6 months, maybe 1 year. And just make some connects on the way, get there. Once your skill set shows, like this guy knows what he's doing, the connections will start coming. You know? And you're from there, your Nigerian instinct will kick in when you arrive. As soon as you're there, you'll be like, yeah, I can feel it. It'll take you like a week or two, you get some shock. You lose your phone, lose your shoes. But then you'll be fine. Yeah.
You gotta become a local. You gotta become one.
Oh, man,
Do
that'd
you
be a
understand
vibe.
Pidgin at all?
I can like
can
small.
pick it up?
Yeah, I can pick it up. Like, cause you have to piece it together, and obviously you also understand like
your
how
accent.
people.
So,
Pidgin is different, bro.
yeah.
Pidgin.
But you pick it up.
Pidgin English is not okay. It's not okay, bro. Like, that language has got something else in there, man.
Yeah.
My uncle is from Delta,
Oh, there's a real Pidgin speakers there.
bro.
Yeah,
so my parents try to act like there's Pidgin English that you hear in terms of like.
And there's the
But
Edo one.
they've got something
Yeah.
different there, yeah? And like my parents try to act like they can keep up. I know damn well they're in and out of the convo. They're in and out.
Your dad's just nodding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they'll try to speak to him as well. Like
Yeah.
they speak like when we went to Canada because he lives in where does he live, man? Lives in Qatar.
Oh, okay.
But then family's in Canada, so he's like between.
Back and forth.
So we were all linked up in Canada there, and he's speaking like the Delta Pidgin,
Yeah.
and I can see my mom
Lost.
doing
Pigeon is. So what's the Delta pigeon?
It's
what's
Pidgin
the
as well,
difference?
but they
Pidgin,
add sugar to it,
They
man.
have,
Wow.
it's become a language for them.
Interesting.
It's become a language. So, you know how you have like expressions, idioms, metaphors,
Yeah.
which in normal English, you would get it. They
Yeah.
have their own metaphors in Pidgin.
Jeez.
So like
So-
you've gone from English metaphors to
Like a whole
break
thing.
the
But they're
English.
using English
down.
language, which is what would drive you
Wow.
mad. So they will say something that it's English words, and
Yeah.
you would think that's English,
Yeah,
but the meaning
but
is
it's not.
completely different.
You got an example actually? Because I'm trying to think myself.
Yeah, a good example is they say something like, to draw rain. So draw rain, right? Which is like to invoke rain. So you're thinking, maybe it's going to rain.
Yeah.
But it means to cry. Because it's like, the
Hey.
tears.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You kind of get it.
Yeah,
When you know the
After
meaning,
someone's
you get it.
explained that, but no one's gonna sit down and
Okay,
explain
okay,
it.
no,
No. I do another one and then we'll see if we get it.
Okay, another one is like, say, okay, I will give him charge.
I will
So I
Yeah.
go give
him
him charge.
I'm gonna give it to him how it is.
Okay, wait, hold on. Okay. Yeah.
That's my guess.
Anyone else?
I'm thinking it's like
give him
like
charge.
you've,
I'm gonna
you know,
give
you've
him-
got like you're angry or something like that. Like
I'm gonna give him
you've got
charge.
beef. Like it's time
Yeah.
to go address it or something.
something to do with giving him money.
Yeah, I'm thinking of money.
See? So to give him charge means to motivate him.
Mad.
We were so off.
Yeah, that's the thing, and it's English.
It is English.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like, when you charge something.
You charge someone, like, yeah.
off. So if I'm saying
That makes sense.
No, man.
So you could
I
get the
love that.
conversation so wrong.
They will
It's
have a whole
beautiful.
conversation
Like that.
So there's no
Yeah.
way you're not gonna get lost.
I'm gonna give a charge of dead in rains. What?
Yeah. Nah, I'm trying to. Yeah.
that's
it's one of those
good.
things. Like,
That's
let me
nice.
And
tap into
Burners
that.
people that's worried that area. It's called Niger Delta. They
Yeah.
also. That's why Burners Pidgin also. If he's speaking proper Pidgin,
Yeah.
you would actually struggle to understand what he's saying.
It's messed up, bro.
Yeah.
Because you'll be listening to like a burner, literally.
Yeah.
And I think maybe
yeah.
horse speaks Pidgin in their music.
And I was like, what does this mean? He's
Yeah.
like, it was English.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, no,
yeah.
it's
She always
not.
asks me what it's
I'm
mean. I'm
like,
like, bruv,
that's
it's
not
English. I said, they're speaking English, figure it out. 'Cause I'm
like, it's not.
You're about bet.
Yeah.
Let me try to translate
yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
Pidgin like this. I'm like, bro, English. Just read, look at the lyrics. Figure it
Write it
out.
out. I don't know. Do something.
I would actually not Google the lyrics, but I would pause, take it back, and
Yeah,
listen to
yeah,
Burners
that's what I try to
to
do.
actually understand,
Yeah.
some of the things that he's actually saying, or listen to the whole thing in context,
Yep,
not just a line. Like listen to the other
Literally,
line before,
yeah,
and
for
be like,
real.
oh, okay, that's the story. Because he also misses Yoruba with his Pidgin, because his mom
Like,
is Yoruba.
now you're
as
messing
well.
us up, man. You know?
Yeah.
You're
He's
giving us
throwing
the-
everything in there.
Even like Odumodu Black.
Oh yes, yeah.
That's also that might be another lookalike.
Really?
Maybe if you slap on a bucket hat, if you slap on a bucket hat, slap on a bucket
What guy
hat.
said? Slap on the back. What guy said?
Because what you got Adekunle now,
Adekunle,
and then
for sure.
Odumodu. But like him too, like I don't even know if that's Pidgin at that point. What he'd be
That's
speaking
hard
something
to
like that's something else, like
Charlie
Kala,
Poppy.
Charlie Poppy, yeah.
I would not understand like 50% of what he's saying. I'll get the gist at the end of the song. Like this is what the song was about.
It's about yeah. It's beautiful, man. Like it's nice the little like what's the word, man? I think what's that big ass idiosyncrasies that our different like cultures like even bring out. Like and it's just like unless you're there or you spend time, you just will not get this, bro. You know what I mean? Like I'm like I would love to now. Like as much as I flex Niger, and then I this Sudan one. I'm like, bro, the idiot, like the intricate aspects of the culture.
Yeah.
You just want to sometimes just observe that, bro. Like I can't even imagine what Iraq is like. You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Horrible place.
yeah. I was gonna say like it's kind of techie right now.
Place.
You know?
Horrible place. They
Bush,
can't imagine
bro.
what
Bush
it's like.
really.
It's okay. America.
He said it's okay.
They gave us a word.
Bro. But you know what I mean? Like, but like the beautiful parts of
Yeah,
it.
yeah. No.
Middle East as a whole, like, bro, you can't even wrap your head around
Funny,
what
I
comes from
think
that.
Iraq, like, our Arabic compared to every other country's Arabic is kind of like we're seen as the
Pigeon speakers.
pigeon of that. Like, we just make up a lot of words.
Compared to Khaliji.
Like,
Arabs,
yeah. So, like, for example, like, like our word for like how are you is shlonek, which literally translates to what's your color. Right? It's nothing to do with race. Yeah,
Random.
this is
What,
the
like
story.
sickness?
Back in the day, the river got like some poisoned or something. People, if they were drinking it, they were getting sick. Their skin was going a bit yellow. Right. I think that's where it came from. So it's like, how are you doing? Or like, what's up? It's kind of like, yo, like,
How's your skin?
yeah,
color
like
looking,
that kind of
is it still
thing.
healthy?
And to this day, we say shlonek, but no one else in the Arabic world says that.
No, because in the Khaliji they'll say kifak.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
kifak.
yeah.
You know, and then you're like, oh.
Sudanese are saying kif halak. Yeah.
Creole.
So we're kind of seen as that one, and then obviously
Different.
Bro, no, he's Nigerian.
the North. The similarities. Then the North Africans, like
Yes.
the on the west side of Morocco,
Moroccans,
those ones like they speak. It's Arabic, but it's called Darija.
Right.
So it's not Arabic. It's like it's full amalgamation. I cannot understand them.
Wow.
Like I'll pick up words here and there. I can understand the music,
Yeah.
but in talking, I remember I had a friend. He was Algerian, and his mom would like talk to my mom, and my mom would just be like. The whole time, we was just sitting with this woman while they're waiting to pick us up. And she's like, "What the frick is she saying?"
Conversation finished. Bro,
just nodding and smiling.
my days, man. Nah, we need to get out and about, bro. We haven't touched
Oh, that's
it. We
hilarious,
really haven't touched
I
it.
think I
You
should
guys
go to
haven't, yeah.
Nigeria.
No, it's happening.
It's
It's definitely happening. I'm gonna go sort out the nin right now, man. I'm getting the identification number, bro.
Yeah.
Literally, like
Yeah, I have
after
to do
this,
that.
I'm gonna go get that. But I was like, it's dope because you guys are very similar in terms of like how much you've even had to like
travel
move
a lot,
around
yeah.
too. Because you had London as well.
Yeah.
Like, you were there for a bit too.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
I feel like London is Lagos, man. Like there's literally nothing that when you're in London that makes you feel you're not in Nigeria.
Right.
It's just Lagos. Especially it depends where you are. If you're in the southeast, you're literally in Lagos.
I love London. I was there last year.
Yeah.
That joke.
This guy says he came back from Europe. Can't stop telling people you're in Europe. But it's true. But I was in London. And I was like, it's just. I know they say like it's not like it needs more work in terms of like the multiculturalism stuff. But I was like, man, you compare it to anywhere else in the world, it is amazing. It is amazing. Like it was amazing for me. I'm like, anywhere you go, it's like the Arab barber shop and there's a young black boy working. Jamaican restaurant, there's a white girl, you know, like teenager, first job.
mixed.
Like I'm just like everyone's just everywhere and everyone's aware of everyone's like cuisines and cultures and music and parenting styles and all this kind of stuff. It's fascinating, amazing place.
Yeah, you were talking about like intolerance before and how you've been able to become a lot more tolerant of people. And I was talking to someone recently and they were saying how like you have people from different cultures come together and they're trying to get married and whatnot. Yeah. And then when someone is just, I guess, ignorant of what that person's culture brings and what that means and just how like that their culture and upbringing has shaped that person, it's so hard to really like properly connect, I think, even at that. I mean, it makes so much sense, but it's crazy that, like as soon as you're able to understand and immerse yourself in other people's kind of like spaces and culture, just how different your view on life can be. Because I'm like, you mentioned like a white girl working at a Jamaican restaurant and that's her first job. I'm like, bro, that's epitome of beautiful. Yeah. Like how beautiful society can be.
Yeah.
It's like, it wasn't like I need to go find like a Harold's or whatever to be my first job or whatever else it might be. It's like, I'm down to go work at Boss
Like, I'm
Man's.
from this area.
This is my spot. This is my bits,
area,
you know?
And this is also their area.
Yeah.
I need a job and they have a business.
It's like, there's no like, I hope they hire me or they'll like, it's like, no, we're all a part of
You have
this.
to be able to walk in and
Crazy.
feel like, when Little Lagos fully opened the first time, we had a white girl working for us. and her parents actually came to check out the place because they were just so like, where are you working? Going to Lagos.
They're doing their own inspection.
You know what I mean? And they were like, wow, like we're happy. They're like, she's happy, she loves it, she can't wait to show up. She comes home, she talks about it. That's why they came in. To be like, what is this place? And they were just like shocked because they were like, everyone there's from somewhere. We had someone from Colombia, France. She was Aussie, English background, Nepal. And racism and discrimination and all this thing, it thrives on distance. Like when you put people over there and I'm over here, it's so easy for you to be like, yes, they're like that over there. It's just so easy. Yeah. When you're in each other's spaces, you're like, okay. One of the biggest revelations for me was our biggest customer demographic is people from Asia. I'm talking Korea, Vietnam, Cambodia, Philippines. Now, normal sense, me as a Nigerian, I'm thinking these guys have nothing to do with us, right? Why would they even like our food, right? But this is the crazy part. We're all ethnics. We're actually the same, right? The food that we eat, all your egusi, your eforiro, all the meat parts that we use, they eat all the same thing. They just cook it a bit different.
Sure.
So they're seeing like... They seen tripe and they seen the ox feet and then and they're
come
going,
with it.
oh yeah, like the pho, the Vietnamese soup, it's got tripe and everything.
Yeah.
So they're coming in and they're smashing and we're looking at them from a distance like they're gonna hate it, they're gonna leave us a shit review. And they're scraping everything and they're like, that was the best dish ever. So again, it's distance because I never met people from Vietnam until I came here. Like I never been in their space. Yeah. Right. And then same thing with Filipino people. They love Nigerian food. And then we get talking and they're like, yeah, we eat all of these things.
In adobo and that, they slap it all in there too.
100%. You know, so and that's that's where that tolerance comes from, and then we would joke about like how we were brought up together because also they're very big on respect. I don't know if you guys know this, like Asian cultures, they have that respect that we have as well. Just like this is your dad, your mom, whoever's older than you, you have to show them, respect and everything. We talked about getting our ass beat as a kid. My friend's like, yeah, my Vietnamese mom beat my ass all the time. You know, even though we grew up in Australia, like, when we get home,
home was Vietnam.
Home was Vietnam. Little Vietnam, right?
You know, and we're like, yeah, it's the same for us. So that's the tolerance. You're gonna have it. I think Australia is getting there. To be honest, I don't think it's as. When you live here, you realize, okay, it's a bit more multicultural than you think. The image is still very white outside of Australia, but when you're in here, you actually get to see like there's a very healthy mix of people.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited for you said you've got a lot of plans in terms of what you're cooking up with Little Lego. So what does that look like for the brand then, you know?
There's gonna be a space in my head. This is how I say it. Kind of like here, to be honest, because I'm feeling the vibe here.
Okay.
So it'll have different elements to it. One element will be an actual space where people can work. So it's like a co-working space. Or we're definitely gonna have like a podcast studio. We're gonna have like a photo booth section where people can actually rent it out and take pictures and things like that. We're gonna have a recording studio for music. And then we'll have the kitchen because we have to eat. And then obviously it's gonna be a licensed space. So this is the idea. You create from 9 to 5. Whatever it is you are, whether you're working 9 to 5, whether you're creative, you can come there, set your laptop up in the corner, smash your work. Lunchtime, you can order food from the kitchen. Dinner time, you want to catch up with your mates, you don't have to go to a pub. The music is going to start playing. The DJ starts at 7. You have your drinks, you have your cocktail, and then you go home.
Sounds like a dream.
Yes, that's kind of where we're heading now.
That's dope.
So we're using that rooftop area to test it out, and it's been so good. Like when you guys came, you were just sitting down at that table with Soli and everything, and it was just vibing. That's kind of what we want.
You looked at that and said yes.
I was like, that was actually perfect.
That's the vision board right there.
I got there, they told me kitchen's closed, like there's no more food. I said, I'm having
With
so much fun.
You sat down, ordered the drink, it was a
so
vibe.
much fun.
Exactly.
Bro, I saw the video when this guy pulled out, and there's people with the flashlights and everyone's clapping for him and attending. I was like, what's going on right now, bro? I said, did Nepa cut there? Like, what's happening, bro?
I was like, do you want me to turn the lights on? They were like, no, we love the vibe. I was like, all right.
No food, no problem, bro.
That's exactly what we're going for. It's not a food place anymore. You can come there and hang out.
But so that vision, that's something you'd want to do like everywhere. But
that's for Sydney.
Starting though, that would be Sydney.
I think starting will be Melbourne. Just
spend
because
more.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
It does. It makes sense.
Yeah,
it definitely
Melbourne,
does.
yeah.
We think it'll be Melbourne, and we're already looking for venues. We're talking to people because the Sydney venue is still there, so it kind of be hard to move from that to there. But here it's like a blank canvas, so we can actually start here, start it off right.
Find a fresh spot.
Find a fresh spot, get it all done, get everyone in there. So we already have people like booking out the rooftop now for the events already. Like what you said, like we're doing this, we're like done. So that's kind of the dream, and that's hopefully before the end of the year, that's what we want to kind of have.
Monday, I was gonna quickly say Monday to Sunday, everyone is there from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Can you imagine that?
Like you actually
The whole
do your
day.
work there, you eat, you catch up there, you have drinks or whatever, and then you go home.
Yeah, because people
That's
would
literally-
be. The other day we were just hanging out outside, and this girl was carrying a laptop, walking around as a black girl. She looked flustered, and she goes, "Hey guys, I have to submit an assignment. Do you know where there's internet?" And we're like, "Just come in here."
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, I don't want to buy food and everything." I was just like, "Just bring your laptop." So I was like, "Once you smell that jollof, don't worry about it."
This guy, he had plans, but for now, it's
So she came in, she had a little laptop in a corner. She said she had a deadline. Anyway, she said about an hour. We went about our business. She finished everything, and you could just see her like
looking.
And she goes, "What is that?" And we're like, "Oh, well, this is the menu." And she ended up staying.
this guy knew what it was.
That's literally perfection.
This guy was walking past with the plantain, the suya, bro.
Just like ended up sniffing. But for me, walking around the street looking stressed because you're kind of like there's no library around.
Yeah.
I can't walk into a random cafe to ask to use their internet because they might look at me funny because I didn't buy anything.
Yeah.
I think I was just like, nah,
Jeez.
that's not gonna happen.
I was gonna ask, where did your love for food come from? Like, where did this all start?
Childhood, I learned how to cook at like 5. One of my stepmoms, God bless her for doing that. She was like, just because you're a guy and you have 6 sisters, doesn't mean the kitchen is
It's not for you.
prohibited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she would go drag me and put me in the kitchen, and she's like, "You should learn how to cook.
That's dope.
You need to know how to cook."
Yeah.
And at first I thought she was just being mean. So I was just like, wow, my head is like 4 girls. And like they push you out of the way. And Nigerian girls, they never believe a man can cook. Like it doesn't matter how good you are. They'll try to be
do it
like,
better.
the salt is, you can do better on the salt. And like your plate is empty. So it was just, I just always felt like, it's just like the salt, like of all things. But yeah, that was where it came from. And then obviously when I lived alone, then I just started cooking.
Yeah.
And in Dubai, what you talked about iftar earlier, my friends were from everywhere and every background. So I would do iftar, but I would cook. And then people would come over. And then before you knew it became a thing. We're going to add this iftar. We're going to add this iftar. And then one of my friends, Mohammed, he would join in because now we're cooking for 30 people.
Yeah, wow.
So he would come in and he would be like, "You know what, I'll help you," because we were both fasting. So then we'll start preparing. And then people will socialize after that. As soon as they're done eating, it's like, well, let's just hang out.
It's a space.
Like,
yeah.
and then they would like just hang out and everything. So I did that like literally every year. It became a thing. We had to create a Facebook page so we could track the numbers. And then people would show up with what they wanted me to cook. It's like, "Oh, I just found this fish when I was coming. You want me to cook the fish?" If you can, So yeah, that was where the love came from. And I've always loved, big family. It's very communal.
Yeah.
It's like you're always around the table with like
nice.
a lot of people.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that's beautiful then, man. Like, yeah. I think it's nice when it's not just like, I feel like no one typically gets into hospitality though, just because like, I want this is my business. Like, yeah, they definitely for the most part in that industry has to come from a love and a personal experience of it as well. So it's like, it's beautiful to know like, yeah, it comes from like understanding what the space created for people from a point in time when it was not even anything that was an intentional business.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I can make my living off of this, but I'm still creating that space for other people as well. It's like, that's a beautiful combination with
You're
that for
creating
sure.
jobs. We employ so many Nigerians. You can't, honestly, the joy that you feel when you see people come into the space and immediately you can feel they're at home. You can see them just, that top button comes off.
I said, what's going on? What are they doing?
They're relaxing. People would bring their moms in.
That's
Like,
nice.
Sunday,
That's nice.
mom is happy. Do you have this? Do you have that? I think that's, it's just a feeling of joy there. And people would say, my graduation is on this day. I want to bring my whole family there. Because where else would we have gone? We'd have had to go to like some restaurant. Like the food is good, but it's not really home.
Doesn't feel like home,
It doesn't feel like home. The music and so when we see like slightly older people coming, we start playing Fuji. And I kid you not, Fuji is like the traditional sound. So before Afrobeat, Fuji would have been what our parents listened to. And you don't get to hear it. They didn't even know it's on Spotify, but a lot of it's on Spotify.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So we just cranked, and you can see them. At first, they're like, they can't be hearing what I think.
You can't believe it,
And then they hear it, and they're like, hey! They start dancing.
That's beautiful, though.
I'm like, yes, this is it. They stay longer, and it became a problem when we're busy because it's like 2 hour limit.
You gotta leave.
Who's gonna go tell mommy that she needs to go? Like, I'm not.
Hey, mommy,
Like,
listen,
you know
listen,
what?
mommy. Yeah.
Mommy, we need to make money too. There's lines outside. She'd be like, this is our place. This is little Lagos.
I've
Like,
come home.
So that's been the joy, you know, like the reward has been having a space where the community comes in, everyone feels completely at home. Be as loud as you want. Tell me to change the music if you want. Tell me you want to listen to a specific kind of music. And just being comfortable. And looking around and seeing non-Nigerians. And that's another thing, because people always expect it to be full of Nigerians. And then they walk in and it's like, oh, there's a lot of white people here. I'm like, well, there's a lot of white people in the country.
They should be here.
This is Australia.
Don't be so shocked. And seeing that, and it drives conversation. And there's something I do as well. If I notice people come in, the first question is, have you been here before? Oh, no, I haven't been here before. If I look to the next table, have you been here before? Oh, yeah, we're regulars. I'm like, you know what? Talk to them. They'll tell you what to order.
That's nice.
And it's so amazing, because then it's like, oh, you need to have the egusi and the goat. Oh, the goat. And then they sell it better than I sell it too. I'm like,
Yeah, that's true, because like a word of mouth is always the best. Better than
100%.
anything you can ever do. And it's like, if I can do this in real time for you, because me as the owner, you're gonna think I'm telling you to get the most expensive thing or the easiest thing to make, whatever. But when they tell you you have to get this and this and this,
you take it.
Then you know,
that's my mind made up.
100%. We do it all the time, and it just works. And then they would go away at the end of the night to be like, "Thank you so much." Now they're going away, going, "Okay, well, if I'm telling my friends to go,
the goat.
I know what to tell them to go." Or people would come in with like notes,
text or something.
The Iwa.
I love when people do that.
Can I get the
They can't say it.
Yeah, they're zooming in.
the Agassi? The soya?
I remember there was a time on like TikTok and YouTube where a lot of people were trying the Nigerian food. And they were doing the reactions and stuff, and it was interesting because whenever someone said something negative, you could just see in the comments they were getting flamed. People were like, you're not even eating it properly. You probably didn't, get this and this combination and that and that and that. Do you ever get that where it's like you watch people and you're like, how are they going to react?
Hilarious.
Yeah, 100%. And food is a tough one, because food is the one thing where you would hear someone go, "That's the worst thing I've ever heard in my life," and someone go, "I would die eating that." And I'm like, it's the same dish. Like, what the hell is wrong with your palate? But I mean, it goes back to sushi. Like, I'm like, I don't like sushi, and someone's like, I die with it. But we used to get that a lot. But because also the customer demographic was very mixed, Australians didn't like goat. They did not like goat, so they would come in and stay away from the goat. It's like, I want chicken. I'm like, you literally eat chicken every day. And then they would try the goat, and they would just be like, whoa.
I've seen that happen a lot in real time as well. People don't eat goat like that.
I'm like, at one point, I'm like, I would refund you if you don't like it. And then they're like, really? I'm like, yeah, it's really, really good. So that definitely happened a lot. The fufu one, people got disrespectful. They would come, they would like slap the fufu.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Nigerians are mad. They're like, don't play with our food like that. I'm like, but once something goes viral, you have no control. People are gonna say.
But it helps, and then because then it is business, so it's like it's
people
sales.
Came to try it, and people like it. Asian people love it because someone said it felt like mochi or something.
Right.
They were just like smashing it. But we used to be like, if they're a group of 4, just order one.
Try that.
So you don't waste it. It's quite expensive too for us to get it. But then they'll have it, and then some people won't like it, and we're like, no judgment.
The ones that love it, just you finish
just
it.
Go in there, exactly. So that happened. Jollof rice has always been popular, but you still get one or two weirdos who say they don't like jollof rice. Don't write that on the internet.
See, that one
looks so stupid.
That is stupid.
Like, seriously.
Because I feel like that's like saying like I don't like potato.
It's just weird because it's also it's rice with flavor, you know. It's like
That's
what
like
didn't
fried
you like
rice.
about it? Yeah,
Like imagine I don't like
I
fried
get it
rice.
if you don't like egusi. I'm like, yeah, fair
fair,
enough.
yeah.
If you don't like fufu, like again, you know, acquired taste. Well, how can you not like jollof or all the stews?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
Oh man.
But yeah, you get a lot.
It's good
you get a
food, though.
lot.
Do you offer
Oh,
like
that's so good.
classes? Because me as a non-Nigerian who
That's a
has
shout for the
married
new
a
space.
Nigerian,
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's a
I need to
shout,
learn.
yeah.
And is it easy for us to learn?
It is. It
I
is.
told
It
you.
is.
Like if
Easy,
you
man.
put a
You have a
recipe in front of
mother-in-law
me-
who cooks very well, by the way.
Thing is, I think my mother-in-law, she doesn't want to give me the recipes because she wants us to steal and come back. I think she's trying to
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
us because
Every
she
Sunday,
knows,
yeah.
she knows if she says, guys, I'm cooking tonight, we're coming in a heartbeat. We will be there. We will stay.
Y'all
we will
are coming,
stay.
bro. We're all coming,
everyone
bro.
comes. We all come. So I'm
Yeah.
like, you know, I might need to just find somewhere else to learn how to do it. But if I have a recipe in front of me,
Yeah.
can I do it, or is there like certain techniques?
Nah, you can. I mean, you mess it up a few times, and he'll have to eat it. But you can actually do it. There are some dishes that are complex,
Yes.
like the ofada stew. Even for me, I'm just like,
know
oh, like I don't want to. But the stews are not that complex. It's tomatoes, capsicum, habaneros, onion.
Yeah.
Like blend it. If you want it thick, blend it halfway. If you want it smooth, blend it all the way. Get your curry, get your thyme. You know, I mean, the meat brings a lot of flavor. So what I would do is boil the meat separately, and then use that stock.
Come
pour
on,
it
man.
into
Ugh.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've tried a few times. How am I going? How am I trying?
What have you cooked? Puff puff myth. That was not good.
I used
That
a
was just
different-
puff.
No.
Oh, that's salami, bro. Come on,
I didn't
man.
have all the ingredients. Let's be honest.
Yeah, you didn't let it rise.
Because we have
You
pop
didn't let
off
it rise.
too.
So that's
We
carb.
have pop off.
Yeah, but pop off is not salami. Pop
Yeah,
off
we
is
cook it
pop-off.
different.
Yours is sweet, right?
Pop off is still sweet though. Yeah, pop off sweet.
But
Yeah.
Yours
it's
is
not,
ours is
thick.
sweeter.
Theirs is very
Yours is sweeter.
thick. Yeah, ours
Yeah.
is very,
This
it's
is
airy.
dense.
It's just airy, yeah.
And then what else have you cooked? You've done jollof. Your jollof was calm, I believe, from memory.
Egusi?
She's made a goosey. Your goosey
Made
was
it.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it actually
I feel like
was.
egusi is
Not
easy
gonna
to
lie.
make.
your goosey
I
was
make
fine. You
egusi
get the
quick,
use
fast.
pumpkin seed or what? Yeah.
Just do the spinach. I do the stew
the
first.
goosey was
Add the
fine.
spinach, put the melon season.
I don't think you've done anything that's melon seed even. Yeah, I don't think you've done anything.
Have you tried jollof? Yeah.
Yeah, that she's made a
I've
jollof.
tried, yeah.
It was calm.
How'd you find it?
That one, I feel like there is a certain technique.
It's technique.
I feel like
There's
It's the
technique to
do you
that
do the
one.
foil, burn the
Yes,
bottom?
you have to burn the bottom.
My auntie came from Nige because my mom never used to put the foil on top.
okay.
And my auntie came from Nige years ago
Yeah.
and put my mom on game.
Yeah.
The jollof,
Never been the same.
never been the same. Never, ever been
what
the
you doing?
same.
What are you doing?
And I love that. I love the
Yeah.
competition. One of my aunties, her bag is the fried rice. One of my
Okay.
aunties, her bag is the meat pie.
Yeah.
My mom's is the jollof. Like, and
Yeah.
they all
Bro.
are like, yeah, hey, don't mess with me
don't
on
touch
this.
it.
Guys,
Like,
on-
you can't
yeah,
touch
On
me.
that,
hold
on
it
your
down.
wedding day, the traditional wedding, when your
Oh, that
aunties
auntie
came,
that chefed it up?
bro, the aunties in the kitchen.
Mazzy,
Bro.
man. Yeah, it's
Hold
a.
down.
I said, yeah, I don't know what you're cooking over there, but this is that combination like this.
Did
Yeah.
you ever do? Because I've said this to people before, and they looked at me crazy, and I just want to get the confirmation now.
Right. Take a deep breath.
White rice,
Yeah.
butter.
Yeah.
Now you can go either way here. Some people have done tomato sauce, which I used to do when I was younger, or stew.
Okay.
So white rice, butter, stew.
Yeah.
And then not plantain. Plantain can run as well because that's
Okay.
standard, but fresh banana even.
Okay.
Have you ever banged the rice like that before?
Somali
That sounds like something you offer to the gods. Like
White rice, butter, stew, and then banana.
you go to the hill.
No way, bro. I like
Absolutely not.
driving here today. I was taken back to a time where, like, I remember when we used to not be allowed to eat in the lounge.
Right.
So my sister and I would put the TV on, turn it outwardly, sit on the mat out the front of the
you can
of the
still
lounge,
see.
so we can
Yeah.
still see the TV. And I remember we had the bowl of white rice. Come on, surely, yeah, you remember, right? Slap the butter, slap the stew, or tomato sauce. Chop up
Tomato
the
sauce is
bananas.
wild.
Yeah.
Nah, trust. I think it's like a childish
banana
meal.
stew.
It's not a
Yeah.
meal. This is just something you.
That's we
Give
call
it to
that
the kids.
concussion.
Yeah, literally
it's a
concoction.
concussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn, mad. Okay, I'm still
You guys
alive.
have a lot of concoction because Gary is one that I will never.
Yeah.
She
I
can't
can't
get
get
on
my
game
head
with
around
Gary.
that one. I can
Like drinking it or eating it?
Gary is a
like
banger.
the way that he does it as well with ice, the cold
Standard.
water,
And
and
peanuts.
peanuts.
Standard.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yes.
can't.
I've never done milk. Apparently milk.
Oh, milk,
Yeah, I need to
yeah.
run it with milk. See,
I do with milk all the time.
bro, see, I'm
I
telling
can't
you.
wrap my head around
It's
that
poverty
one.
food. Maybe
Gary
grew up
is
rich.
They have
Poverty
a dish called full.
Okay.
But that's different,
Which is
bro.
like the beans one.
beans and the
Okay,
rice.
Yeah,
I'm not
Gary is full.
Nah, that's what I'm saying.
objectively, as someone that doesn't have a dog in a fight,
Nah, but you're a full eater.
completely
No, but
different.
I'm saying,
Bro,
I'm
what?
saying in
You
terms
would
of the
ice
origin
and
of
what-
like
In terms of the
poverty
origin, it
food.
is. It's poor people food.
Yeah, in terms of poor people
Yes.
food, that's why I fight for Gary and you
Yeah.
fight for full.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Nah, but fool, anyone can eat it and everybody loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gary-
you're not eating
Gary's
Gary right,
interesting.
bro.
Yeah.
If you eat it right,
Nah,
you say-
they've never
you say
given Gary a
ice?
shot.
when do you eat Gary?
Gary is just like
Like,
like
is it a
yesterday. Yesterday I almost slapped some Gary at 11 p.m. I can't lie.
Like,
Yeah,
it's a
anytime.
snack.
It's a snack, but you can make it a meal. Do you do Gary and moi moi?
I do Gary and Mommy or Akara. Nah, Gary's the truth.
And,
Especially on a hot day, get cold water.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
and then you just, yeah.
would you ever do that for your friends?
Absolutely, yeah. The friends I don't like.
Would you serve it? Would you serve?
Yeah, see? No, they don't lie.
Would you serve it at the restaurant?
Nah, Gary has to come on.
I
That can
would
be served.
actually.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what? There
I'll
was-
order it.
There was one time we did breakfast. We just did like a breakfast menu. Ogi.
Oh,
Akara. Ogi's pap.
oh, man.
Akara
That's
is
one of my
bean
most
fritters.
favorite things.
Moi moi is a steamed bean cake. Gary, people were like, "Give me that Gary on the side." Like, with Akara, yeah, absolutely. It's
Interesting.
like it's actually people eat it a lot.
Yeah, fair.
It's just like it's hard to. It's
You have
hard
to have
like
grown
it.
up with that. I feel
You
like.
have to have grown up.
Yeah.
with it.
I
Yeah,
think
maybe,
so, yeah.
man.
You have
That's
to be
yeah, that's
poor
how
and
you're
not to enjoy. Because rich
enjoy.
people don't eat it in Nigeria. Let's be honest.
Yeah, nah, most definitely not. Yeah. Or if they do, they eat it when no one's around, bro.
At the back corner, bro.
Nah, it's dope. We're very, very excited. I mean, I think you're dipping again, but when you're back, I would love to come down
Yeah.
even and like
Definitely.
even
Some content.
I want to get some content.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of like back end, everyone's chefing it up or not.
Yeah.
You know, what I mean, hopefully it's up to violation stand now. But
Nah,
I'm doing regulation stand now.
We just had our check,
Yeah.
got our food license.
Yeah, but like,
I
yeah,
just paid 800.
just paid
Yeah,
800
yeah.
for it too.
Nah, but we love to like capture some of the vibes, the essence,
That would
but
be
then also
great.
like you just talking
There's
about
a
it.
lot
talk to the
happening.
students.
So yeah,
for sure, man.
we like I said, collaboration. We're just like messaging everyone. Hey guys, we're here. We're doing this. So
Yeah.
Anzac Day, we're doing an Afro-Caribbean cookout. That's going to be insane. So we're doing Nigerian food, Jamaican food, and we're mixing it up. We've been doing it in Sydney, and it's been going
going
crazy.
off, yeah,
So
yeah.
imagine jollof rice and jerk chicken,
Yeah.
or like
Oh,
curry
that's a good
goat.
combination,
That's
man.
mad. So we did that in Sydney. Went off. We're doing that here. Anzac Day is a whole day. So we do like a day party, basically a cookout. Just grill the food outside, the suya and the chicken, get the rice in the kitchen, and come outside. There's music, there's drinks, everyone's just chilling. Two of the biggest black cultures on earth.
Yeah.
Makes sense to have it together. So those are the kind of stuff that we're definitely going to be doing until the space is ready. Because we need
Yeah.
to get people to understand that this is a
Concept of what
community.
it
is.
space.
Yeah.
This is not. It's no longer Little Lagos, the Nigerian. Nah, it's just our space. Now.
These places are now the whole parties of back in the day. You know, that's what these spaces now become.
Yeah.
Like whole parties used to be where you'd see everyone after
That's
a long
right.
time, and you're eating good, you're
Yeah.
dancing, you're
Yeah.
listening to
and
music,
it's a
you're
mix
vibing.
of people as
Yeah.
well. Like there is, the waves are obviously, it's a day party. So during the day, you get like the families come through.
Yeah.
Kids start to get tired, they leave. The younger people come in the evening.
Yeah.
But we just want everyone in the same space. And what we do a lot is without intentionally planning to, we actually network people a lot.
Yeah. Sure.
And it's amazing how people connect to each other because I'm like, oh yeah, the guys, they do a podcast. Oh, they do a podcast. Oh, I've got a new product coming on. Then they go, they talk to each other. It's food and drinks. So everyone's relaxed. Everyone's chilling.
Yeah.
Everyone's like in a good mood. No one's stressed out.
Yeah.
And then from then on, they're like, oh, we met each other at the cookout, the Little Lagos cookout.
Yeah.
And we hope that something comes out of that relationship as well. So yeah, that's happening on Anzac Day. So you guys need to come down for that as well.
Bro, we're not in Australia, man.
Oh,
We're not in Australia at that time. You said the day, and I said,
When is that?
Anzac Day, we're not here.
25th.
25th.
Bro, I'm like I've been crying. I just didn't want to say it. I'm crying inside.
Yeah, when are you
I was
leaving?
excited.
Might have
We
to.
dip on the 20th.
Oh,
Might have to either eat that food.
Hey man, but
bro.
man, we'll tell everyone to be there for
Yeah,
sure,
no.
man. What the heck?
Look,
That's
if
a
it
vibe.
goes, definitely we're gonna make it like a more
Yeah.
recurring
Regular
thing.
thing, yeah,
This is
yeah,
the
for
first
sure.
one. We're testing out the market, just seeing how people vibe, taking feedback. But we're definitely gonna be because Sydney does it every second month.
Oh, come
It's
on.
like
Why?
it's
Just a regular thing.
Just a regular
Often,
thing.
yeah.
No, we've just over there.
You guys gonna play the last post and minute of silence, all them things? I'm putting him in the box right now.
Cancelled.
Nah, it'll be good, man. People
We're
need
doing it
that.
on a public holiday.
Yeah,
because
everyone's
Everybody's out.
It's a
about.
good day to
Day off.
spend.
it'll pop off
sure.
because Melbourne, we love haps too, man. We just love being outside and seeing each other. So,
Sure, man.
nah, man, we're excited. Thank you so much
thank
for
you.
coming down, chopping it up with us. You know
Thanks
what I
for
mean?
having me.
Yeah, man, we're excited. And then hey, come home for real. Melbourne's where it's at. Yeah. Any plans you have? The big stuff.
Yeah, do it here.
Melbourne.
Selfishly, that's what we want.
Best interest. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you follow Little Lagos. Are you also? Do you want people to follow you as well?
I just follow Little Lagos.
That's
I'm
a
a
businessman
private man.
right there.
Don't worry about my personal life.
Oh man.
I will see you guys next week. Peace out.
For sure. Peace.
Love.